just broke up. I'm doing my own little thing. Decided to dip, but now you wanna trip, cause another brother noticed me. I'm up on him, he up on me. Don't pay him any attention. I cried my tears for 3 good years. You can't be mad at me. Cause if you liked it, then you should've put a ring on it. If you liked it, then you should've put a ring on it. Don't be mad once I see that he wanted. If you liked it, then you should've put a ring. Oh, wow, oh, wow, 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 oh, wow, oh, wow, wow. I got gloss on my lips, a man on my hip, got me tighter in my dairy on jeans. I'm acting up, I'm drinking my cup. I couldn't care less what you think. I need no permission, did I mention? Don't pay him any attention. You had your turn, and now you're gonna learn what it really feels like to miss me. Cause if you liked it, then you should've put a ring on. If you liked it, then you should've put a ring on. Don't be mad once you see that I ain't on it. If you liked it, then you should've put a ring on. Wop, 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 wop. Don't treat me to the things of this world, cause I'm not that kind of girl. Your love's what I prefer, what I deserve. You're the maid that makes me and then takes me and delivers me to a destiny, to infinity and beyond. Pull me into your arms, say that I'm the only one. Cause if you don't, like a ghost, I'm gone. All the single ladies, 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 all the single ladies. Now put your hands up.
Hello, my darlings. Hello, 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 and good evening, and welcome to another installment of the Drunken Troll Show. How are you guys doing? I hope you all got a drink in your hand, because we can't do this one sober, kids. I think once we go in balls deep, you're going to want to be tanked up for this one. So, I hope you're all well. I hope everyone in the chat is sitting comfortably. Then let us begin. I see that there's a few regulars in the chit chats. Big up Streets UK, Hassan, Ultra, Morpheus, Tarzan, Angel Moon, in that order, because that's what the order was when they appeared. So big up to everyone in the chat, and those who are just simply passive viewing, whoever you may be. That song and that intro was a group or a lady called Fam Belling. Actually, it would be nice if I could find Miss Belling's channel and maybe give her a little plug, because I am, after all, using her shit. Fam Belling. Okay, let's see. Nope, that is not it. That is not it. That's the trick with Google, kids. Never type the wrong word. You may get things you don't wish. Gotta get that parental setting fixed. Fembelling. There you go. That's the one. Let me promote her, or maybe just pop her on the old screen there. And there it is. There's our gal, Fembelling. Go over, like, subscribe, do all of that good stuff. I mean, how is it a woman with all this talent only has 273 subscribers? That is an outrage and a crime, I say. A crime to humanity, and she has got a ton of amazing material, and these songs alone should be getting millions of views. I don't know what's going on. What is wrong with YouTube? I mean, what is wrong with YouTube? This is like some seriously amazing stuff on here, and this lady's only got like a handful of viewers. I don't know, but if I can help, I shall, and so I will. I use this lady's wonderfully jazzy tunes for intros and outros sometimes. So yeah, go do your things. Fly, my monkeys, fly. My beauties, that's what I meant to say. So kids, tonight's drink shall be sponsored by Russian Standard Vodka, although I don't myself partake in Russian Standard Vodka all the time, because it's not the best quality. It's just at the time it was just something I found. I myself am more partial to Belvedere or Grey Goose, my dear, or a Skull Vodka, or something that's been distilled at least 6 or 7 times, preferably more. But for now, this evening, we are drinking a white Russian with Russian Standard Vodka. Do you know there are people who are literally, they've taken Russian Standard Vodka off the shelves in some supermarkets. I don't know all, I haven't checked because I've got a full bottle still, or a relatively full bottle. And at the same time, people are pouring out Smirnoff. You do realize Smirnoff is distilled and bottled in the UK, right? There's literally a factory in London. This shit isn't coming from Russia, you morons. I mean, to be honest, I think idiots who actually throw away, like as I said, I saw a video of a man pouring out Smirnoff. Man pouring out Smirnoff. Let me see if I can find this idiot who's pouring it out in a bin. There you go. Tavern owner is banned in Bend. Pours out Russian. There you go. This is the moronic shit that people do. I'm gonna kill the sound because you don't need sound. I am enough for you. You don't need more sound than me. I'm all the sound you need. Okay, yeah. Look at this guy. Look at this. Oh, this is Stolyov. Okay. Stoly is. But this, again, these things are not Pine Tavern. The idiot at Pine Tavern just wasted 2 perfectly good bottles of vodka. I believe that one is peach, and that might be something else. I don't know. But raspberry Stoly is actually awesome. Or vanilla Stoly is quite good as well. I mean, Stolyov is kind of a mid-range vodka anyway. I mean, it's not really high-end. I mean, I'd be upset if he actually poured some really good quality vodka, but these are idiots. What is wrong with you, man? What is going on? What is wrong with these idiots? I mean, what are you doing? This is vodka. It's perfectly good vodka too. It's not. I mean, it's not like there's anything wrong with Stoly. It's mid-range. But I mean, look at this idiot. It's like people are absolutely fucking up. But this is the kind of bullshit. This is the kind of bullshit that got the Americans to put Japanese people in internment camps during Second World War. By the way, now people are like horrified nowadays. These woke assholes are like, how could America have done such a thing because of shit like this? How long is it going to be before they start turning on Russian Americans? Oh, yeah, there's plenty of Russian Americans in America. That's right. How long is it going to be before they start putting Russian Americans in internment camps? I wonder. The clock is ticking. Tick, tick, tick. So, yeah, these idiots. Sometimes you just think to people are so reactionary and such morons. And those 2 bottles of vodka would have done perfectly fine at the current Drunken Troll show. Oh, by the way, the secondary drink this evening is, in fact, Havana Club, age 7 years. The dark rum with some lemonade, because I's a pussy, and I's can't drink straight rum. So no. And it's not, unfortunately, Jamaican spice rum. That is what I would normally get, but unfortunately this was a gift for my birthday. And yeah, unfortunately people don't know what I like. They think I like Jack Daniels and bollocks like that, and they just don't know. Most people are terrible at drinking. Big up Ultra. What do I think of the Batman movie? No, I have not gone and seen it yet. I probably won't bother going to see it in the cinema because of, well, the internet. So I'm just going to wait for it to come out on the net at some point, and I'll grab it there, because I'm not that keen. I don't know. I mean, maybe the Riddler will be really awesome in this one, or maybe it'll end up being like the fucking Jim Carrey one. Although I liked the Jim Carrey Riddler. It was insane. He was like, oh, joygasm. I mean, that's like a line that me and my family use all the time. It introduced a new word into our lexicon. Joygasm. That's right. If you haven't heard joygasm since Batman Returns in the 90s, I want to bring that back. I'm bringing that back. Banksy becoming proper comic Cuban. Running. Yes, Havana Club and a White Russian. I mean, I can't get more pro fucking communist, can I? Clearly that is the sign of communism entering your world. So yeah, this is what's happening in the world. People are throwing away Russian vodka, perfectly good vodka, because they're idiots. Because they are idiots. So what else is happening? What else has been going down? What are we talking about, kids? Well, you know how they keep telling you live in a free country? Yes, we're the free countries of the West, the democratic free nations of the West. Until they don't really want you to be that free. Until you want to watch RT in Europe. By the way, the Russian Times in Europe, it's only in Europe. You can jump on a VPN and go to Canada, and you can watch Russian Times there. You can jump on the net and go to I don't know, Brazil. I think I tried Brazil on my VPN. I tried Japan. Japan works. You can watch Russian Times in Japan. Japanese people are not susceptible to RT propaganda. But you poor little Europeans. Good boy, you little Europeans. We need to look after you. You can't be exposed to the nasty RT, because if you're exposed to RT, you won't know what is really going on. You won't be able to follow our narrative of hate Russians, love Ukrainians. It's a good job that these idiots don't realize this is the internet, and we don't get our news from what YouTube feeds down our throats. We get our news from places like like Speaker's Corner online, or we have videos on Odyssey. Please go check out my Odyssey channel. I have a plethora of Zubaydah videos on there. There's just so much Zubaydah on there. It's unbelievable. You want me taking a giant turd on Zubaydah? Go to my Odyssey account. In fact, there's a couple of new videos I want to post up there taking more shit on top of Zubaydah's head. But at the moment, it's just other things are priority. But yeah, go to Odyssey, go to Speaker's Corner Online, and there's a few videos from Speaker's Corner Online that I would like you to that I like to play for you boys and girls. Now, I was thinking that I'd delay a little bit to let more people in, but I think we're good. I think we're just good, man. Let's do it fucking live. Oh, I put too much vodka in that. Oh, that vodka just hit the back of my throat, just like my boyfriend. Oh man, that's gonna get clipped. That's gonna get clipped hard. Okay, here we are. Who is this? Who is this? You wonder. You question. You ponder. You investigate. Who is this? This is President Zelenskyy of Ukraine. President Zelenskyy of Ukraine. Now, if you actually Google Zelenskyy on, you will get images of this type, and you will get all of these types of things. Look at that. Look at that. Look at him, all serious and all presidential and all warrior like. Look at his warrior. Look at him. He's out with the troops, people. He's in with the troops. By the way, these were all taken years ago in a training exercise. None of these are actually from current Ukraine. But nevertheless, look at that brave president standing with his country. And look at him thinking deeply. And he actually does interviews now in fucking khakis. which is like army fucking khakis and shit. Yeah. But also, this is also your President Zelenskyy. Maybe a video that not many people would like to see. But let me know what you see here. No, I'm not pausing it for the sake of copyright. I'm just pausing it because what the fuck, man? I mean, imagine if Donald Trump had anything like this in his fucking dossier. If this was at some point Donald Trump had participated in anything like this, what the fuck, man? What the fuck? What the fuck did I just see? Fuck me. Imagine if this was Donald Trump. Just for 1 second, imagine if this was Donald fucking Trump. And what they would have done with this. Fuck me. Oh, so brave, so beautiful. So brave, so beautiful. Oh. Holy shit. Holy shit. You know, I haven't actually watched this entire video in its complete. I just sort of grabbed that first part, but this is awesome. Oh my god. Oh, it gets better. It gets better. I don't know what the symbology of the pig and the fat man is. What are they telling us? I know what the fuck this is. This is a bunch of grown men in fucking high heels. I know what that is. These are the you know they say the people get the government they deserve, and maybe this is the government that the Ukrainians deserve. Pavlov, you never told me this is the shit you guys elected as president. You know, certain events come to light when war or some terrible event happens. You know, they say there's a silver lining to every cloud. This to me is my silver lining to this Ukrainian shit. That this came to light. This is the man who's leading your armies. I don't know. I mean, look, some people say Alexander the Great was homosexual. Maybe he was, maybe he wasn't. But Alexander managed to achieve some definitely noteworthy events in his time. He managed to do certain things that was very, very noteworthy. So whether he was gay or not, I don't know if it matters. But I'm not entirely convinced that we should be electing leaders that do this. I don't know. I mean, I'm pro LGBT as they can get. I'm all for the LGBTs. I love LGBT people. In fact, I used to work with them. I used to hang out with them. I used to go out. They are great people in general. Men, women, awesome individuals. I mean, individually, obviously. I mean, there are assholes everywhere in every community, in every group. But the people I worked with, the people I met, I love those guys. They're awesome people. They're every one of them. There's some that I worked with, in the IT side and the magazine side and accounting. It was an accountant in one of the firms I worked for. He was awesome. The guys, LGBT gay people are generally really nice people. I've never met really a total. They can be divas. Don't get me wrong. They can be divas, but I've never really met a cruel like a really vindictive, cruel LGBT individual. But I still don't know if I want him to run the country. Banksy, please stop. I just don't know, man. I don't know if I would want them charging in charge of the military. Maybe I'm old school. Maybe I'm just not. But this is not a good look for your president. All I'm saying is, imagine if this was Donald Trump. If Donald Trump had ever made such a thing, and what they would do to him. They would fucking tear him limb from limb, and you and I know it. Hey, Kaz. Hey, bass. Big up, bass. So yeah. So this is the current strong and beautiful leader. Strong and beautiful. Strong and beautiful, people. Strong and beautiful. Holy shit, man. I don't know. Maybe the powers that be. This is what they want us. This is the future. Maybe we're all gonna be sucking cock at some point. I mean, look. I just don't. The only thing I pray for is I'm dead before sucking dick is mandatory. I mean, let's be honest. They're already telling us you're a bigot if you don't date trans women, because trans women are women. And if you don't date trans women, you're just a bigot. You're just a bigot, you bigoted bastard, you fucking bastard. Why don't you suck some cock? I just want to draw the line. There's a line in the sand there, and that line is not shifting. And sucking cock is that line for me in life. Just taking a shot in the mouth. I don't care. You call me a fucking Nazi, call me Hitler, call me a bigoted bastard. I'm an old school pussy eater. I've always been a pussy eater, and I think I'm gonna die a pussy eater. So please, just let me die before you mandate cocksucking. Just don't mandate cocksucking until I'm dead. I'm sorry for my nephew. I'm sorry for the children that are going to come after me. I can't do anything for you. That is on you. But when they mandate cocksucking, I just want to be either dead or too old. Actually, no. No, being too old means you can still suck cock. In fact, if you lose all your teeth and you're wearing dentures, you'll probably be favored. You'll probably be pushed to the front of the line. So no, just let me be dead. Let me be dead before cocksucking is mandated. Please. I'm not a God-forsaken man. I'm not a God-fearing man. You know this. I don't worship God, or I don't pray to God. But if I were to pray, this would be my prayer. Oh Lord, thou art in heaven. Please let me be dead before they mandate cocksucking. That's all I ask. That's all I pray for. Lord in heaven, please take me before cocksucking is mandated in this world, because I think it's coming. I seriously think it's a thing that is going to come, and us men, especially those heterosexual types, we may have to take a knee and take a shot in the mouth. So please, that's my prayer. Okay, we're moving on. We're moving on swiftly. We're moving on to something our little friend, our Microsoft friend. This is what the founder of Microsoft, Bill Gates, who considers himself some kind of doctor now and sort of biologist. This is what he now says when it comes to fucking the virus. After all the mask wearing, after all the truckers not being able to go to their jobs, after all the thousands if not hundreds of thousands of people around the world who lost their job because of vaccine mandates, this asshole is now saying this. Personally, I think at the moment he said it, there should have been like a comedy punch glove, like a boxing glove, that would just extend and hit him in the face when he said this. This is what has upset me so much.
Actually, and get a bit of a scene setter from Mr. Gates, because this is, I know, a topic that you've spoken on again and again. You were ahead of the curve prior to the beginning of this pandemic. Where would you assess where we are today?
Okay. I'm sorry. I shouldn't be interrupting this. But what is this fucking posture on this man? He looks like he wants his head to go back into his body. What is this? What fucking possible? Is this man suffering from some sort of chronic back issues? Does he have some I don't know, L2, L4 fucking disc rupture? Why is he squatting like this? He's hunched over. Sit up straight, man. Shoulders back. Nice. Express thyself. You are literally one of the richest men in the world. I mean, I know Bezos and Elon Musk are giving you an ass whooping right now as far as share ownership and overall wealth is concerned. But let's be honest, you're not exactly short for a couple of bob, dude. I mean, you've commanded armies of employees over your time. You sit the fuck back and raise your shoulder. Raise your fucking... Be a man. Say it with your chest.
Where would you assess where we are today in beating COVID-19?
Well, sadly, the virus itself, particularly the variant called Omicron, is a type of vaccine. That is, it creates both B cell and T cell immunity. And it's done a better job of getting out to the world population.
Okay. This is the moment where you go, what? What the fuck did he just say? If you heard what he said, you know what he said. Effectively, he said, you can catch Omicron and it's better than the vaccine. You sack of lying shit. Can I have this shit now taken out of my arm? The shit that you and your ilk insisted I should stick into my arm? Can I have a reverse on this fucker? Can I just get on me? I will take the Omni challenge. You lying sack of cunt.
Both B cell and T cell immunity. And it's done a better job of getting out to the world population than we have with vaccines. If you do sero surveys in African countries, you get well over 80% of people have been exposed either to the vaccine or to various variants. And so, what that does is it means the chance of severe disease, which is mainly associated with being elderly and having obesity or diabetes, those risks are now dramatically reduced because of that infection exposure. And it's sad we didn't do a great job on therapeutics. Only here 2 years in do we have a good therapeutic. Vaccines, it took us 2 years to be in oversupply. Today, there are more vaccines than there is demand for vaccines. That wasn't true. And next time we should try and make it, instead of 2 years, we should make it more like 6 months, which certainly...
Really? Fuck you. Absolutely fuck you on all these fucking points. You ruined people's lives, you sack of shit. While you sit in your multi-billion-dollar fucking mansion, there are hairdressers, grocers, shopkeepers that are out of business, gym owners. They've shut the fuck down. Fucking one of my favorite nightclubs in London is now gone. It's fucking gone. Bar owners, they're all fucking out of business. Their livelihood was fucking destroyed because of people like you lying sack of shit. Oh, you go fuck yourself on so many levels. Do you know what you've fucking done to people? Now it's all like, maybe we should have done this. Oh, fuck you, man. Fuck you. You know what? I found my cunt of the fucking for my candidate for the Wheel of Cunt tonight. I tell you that. I fucking found that. Well, thank you, Bill Gates, for nominating the person for Wheel of Cunt this evening. But other than that, fuck you. Fuck you, sir. Okay. Look, I'm not against vaccines, but the mandates, the lockdowns, people lost fucking jobs. People quit their jobs at nursing or nursery homes or nursing homes and things like that. People lost their livelihoods because of these assholes, because of their fear-mongering and their lack of knowledge. At least just come out and say, I don't fucking know. Oh shit. People are saying I'm buffering. Am I buffering? Maybe YouTube is now fucking with moi. Guys, I don't know. If I'm buffering, let me know. Hi all. I wanted a little prick. Thanks. Oh, don't worry. There'll be a lot of pricks coming your way, Hassan, when they mandate cocksucking. But yeah. So that's what happened there with this asshole. Anyway, you guys can go to speakerscorner.online to watch the rest of that if you wish. Now, I'll come back to this one. But yeah, Russian. I wanted to finish off on this land of the free, the home of the brave. The Russian Times is now banned, and yeah, I don't. This is okay. Forget about Nancy Pelosi being a fucking spaz. But this is another bit that I wanted to highlight. Check this out.
Ukrainian people are desperately asking for the West to protect our sky. We are asking for the no-fly zone. We are saying in response that it will trigger World War III. But what is the alternative, Mr. Prime Minister? I see that my family members, that my team members are saying that we are crying. We don't have where to run.
We're crying. This poor reporter lady was crying in front of Boris Johnson. She wants to cry us into World War III. And in fact, this wasn't the only one. There was actually another one where Tim Pool actually posted a video or a clip. It's a photo of a Ukrainian translator that was crying when Zelenskyy was making his speech. And Tim Pool also rightly pointed out, you're being played. They are manipulating your emotions to get you to support the war. Yeah, I'm sorry. You're not going to cry me into World War III. What the fuck is wrong with these people? You know what we can do? Instead of shooting down Russian planes, because, by the way, Russian planes will have to be shut down if shot out of the sky if there's a no-fly zone imposed upon over Ukraine. So that's what we're looking at. And if an American plane shoots down a Russian jet, that's it. It's fucking open warfare between Russia and the US. And if the US is involved, Europe is involved, NATO is involved, which means Turkey, and then China will probably fall on the side of Russia, Iran will fall on the side of Russia, and then, we start to find out, we separate the men from the goats, as they say. But look at this woman who cried, by the way. Guess who she works for? The crying journalist demanding Boris drags Britain into war is a Biden-linked World Economic Forum global leader. Oh, isn't that just the fucking coincidental, quinkydinky? Isn't that the most amazing quinkydink? That this crying little whore on fucking in front of Boris Johnson trying to drag us into World War III just happens to work for World Economic Forum. Yeah, be careful who manipulates you. Be careful who's manipulating your emotions out. Because there are people and they will try to manipulate you by bawling their fucking eyes out and pretending as if this thing is emotional blackmail. It's straight up emotional blackmail. But the point is, look, I have nothing against the Ukrainian people. I mean, Pavlov is a great guy. He's a good friend, and I feel bad for him and his family and everyone in this situation. But World War III with Russia isn't going to solve their problem. It's going to make 1,000 times worse problem for all of us. You are insane if you want to encourage Russia, if you encourage the US and Britain to get into open warfare with Russia. You are fucking insane. You can't do that. This has to have a diplomatic solution, not a war solution. And imposing no-fly zones ultimately means Russian planes are going to be shot out of the sky. That's what it will mean. You ignorant assholes who have no concept of geopolitics. No idea how the world fucking works. You're gonna drag us crying into a fucking third world war, you morons, with a nuclear power. This is the fucking... I mean, I know a lot of people scream the end is nigh, but that would be the fucking end. fuck you and your crying. I'm sorry, love. I don't give a shit about you crying. I do give a shit about a nuclear fucking warhead being detonated in fucking England. So I'm sorry, your tears do not trump nuclear weapons being launched. Your tears are gonna have to take a back seat to Third World War. Anyway, I hope the connection is good for you guys. I don't know. I'm not privy right now to what is happening with La Connexion. Banksy, you simp. Rodney K. Rodney, you are a simp, mate. You kicked me off because I fucking had a go at your little fucking Irish friend on your shitty little fucking stream, and you kicked me off. That is the quintessential simp move. You know that, right? You guys, you let Esau say the most god-awful things to fucking Jupiter and Wendy, and you let him get away with that shit. Brian Hurl comes on your fucking show and says the most god-awful shit to Jupiter and Wendy, literally about their family, about their kids, husband, everything, and you let him get away with that. I call one of your Irish little slags bleeding fucking farts a slag and a whore, and you kick me off. That is the quintessential simp move. You white knighted and simped the fuck out. Right now, I think your penis and your balls are packing their bags and they're going to divorce you. No trial separation, no marriage counseling. They are going to divorce you. Your balls are leaving you, Rodney, and you're not going to get them in the settlement. Your cock is going to take the balls in the child custody battle. You fucking simps. I swear, man, these simps out there. Yeah, I mean, look, Jupiter, I'm not white knighting for you. I'm not white knighting for Wendy. Wendy and you and Wendy can take care of yourselves. You know, you guys can hold your own. I don't mind. And I think in a fair arena, you and Wendy will deal with these fucking cucks as much, as good as anyone. But when I fucking have a go at that fucking bleeding farts, that nasty Irish slag, in the same way, he fucking cucks out and kicks me off the panel. Oh no, we can't have that. We can't possibly have that because bleeding farts is special to me and I'm going to white knight for her. Milady, I will chuck him off the panel, milady. Watch him as I squish him away. You simping little fuck, Rodney. You fucking cock-holding simp. I bet if Bleeding Farts wants to hold on, have you hold her fucking man's cock while she sucks the cum off your hand, you'll do that too. Anyway, this is my show. I'm not getting involved in that fucking drama. Fuck you, Rodney. But as far as so where are we? Yeah. We are here, we've done this, this video. Oh, this is gorgeous. I'm not even going to interrupt this video. This video from beginning to end has its own comedy value entirely. No involvement, no sort of intervention by me is required. Just watch and enjoy.
Daniel McAdams, just take a bit of a chill pill. I didn't even address the question to you. Relax. Calm down.
I don't want to relax. My country is at war.
Well, Mr. McAdams, if you are so concerned, about Ukrainians, then hang on. Mr. McAdams, if you're so concerned about Ukraine, get off the fence and send your forces and put boots on the ground. Don't lecture us here in India, okay? I'm not going to hear your lecture. And if you have really problems, go tell go tell the US President, Mr. Biden, who flashes. Who flashes his fancy credentials. Don't, Mr. McAdams, tonight. Don't, Mr. McAdams, tonight. Play the cat's paw for the West here. Do not do that. We have no. Hang on. You ask those Afghans. What they have gone through falling off planes because you dumped them. You ask the African nations because you dumped them.
I don't want
You
to
go
have
ask
escalation.
millions and millions of Iraqi citizens because you dumped them.
The world's biggest
You
democracy,
people
not to sit on the
and your colonial agenda, sir, has wrecked the South, has wrecked the East, and don't sit here and lecture us. Don't sit here and lecture us, Mr. McAdams. We shut him down.
I'm not talking. It's the other guy who's talking. I haven't been able to say a word.
Yeah,
so stop yelling at
absolutely.
me.
The man has gone completely ballistic. And if he feels so strongly, he should go and fight alongside Ukrainians who are being killed.
I have not, dear host, I have not said a word yet. I don't know why you're yelling at me.
I'm not yelling at you. I'm talking about Mr. McAdams. I'm talking about Mr. McAdams.
I am Mr. McAdams.
Oh.
I am Mr. McAdams, and I haven't said a word. So stop yelling at me.
Okay, sorry. I got that confused.
Ukrainian guy who's going nuts, okay? Not me.
Yes, I got that. That's Borden Nahalo, the chief. Daniel McAdams.
Oh shit, I'm sorry. I muted myself because I couldn't stop laughing. Oh, that is so good. I just said I've seen that several times and it still doesn't stop getting funny. It's fucking awesome. He's been chastising the wrong man the whole time. Finally the guy goes, I haven't said a word. Why are you fucking with me? It just... I didn't realize I was muted. I muted myself because I didn't want to laugh over this, but I can't. It's fucking brilliant. It's the greatest piece of television in years. Oh shit. Okay, I'm posting the link for the chat if anyone's interested. I don't know if anyone's interested, but I'm posting it anyway. And I'm going to pin it. Let us pin it. Is it pinned? Yes, pinned. So that's that happened. By the way, all these are available on Speakers Corner Online. Fuck every other platform, man. Fuck every other platform. Right now, speakerscorner.online is the only fucking platform that I post shit on. Because and Getter. I'd say Odyssey is good. But to be honest with you, my biggest thing go-to right now is that. Go there. If you want to see my shit, if you want to see all these other fucking awesome videos, just go there. Oh, gotta run this one as well. Hold on. You know how Joe Biden cares about the Iranians and the hearts and minds of the Iranian people, as he said it in his in his State of the Union? Well, Diane Abbott also cares for the people of some country. I'm not sure which one, but she cares about... How is this woman... Okay, I'm just going to play the video and then we'll talk.
Wrong is he seemed to think that his tanks could roll in to Croatia and Ukraine.
I'm sorry, what was that? I'm sorry, Diane, could you just repeat that, please?
Wrong is he seemed to think that his tanks could roll in to Croatia and Ukraine.
Look at this. These people have so much fuck to give that they don't even remember the country that Russia invades. This is how much of a fuck they don't give about these places. I mean, to me, if Freud was around and he was to analyze what the mindset of these politicians are, the British politicians, the President of the United States, she said Croatia. Yeah, she said Russian tanks rolling into Croatia. They don't give a fuck. That's why they don't remember these, because then it's just not important enough for them to remember. Oh, actually, we have someone. Oh shit! I forgot to set the security settings, so the new motherfuckers have to fucking qualify. Okay, who is this? Hello, who are you? And what are you doing?
Hello, it's me.
Oh, it's Jupiter. Oh, hello, Jubes. Oh my God, I'm sorry. It's a fellow jester, so that's why I didn't recognize. Hello, Jupiter, and also we have someone else, Roginator. All right.
Is the camera's off? I don't want this camera on.
The camera is on actually. Now it's off.
Okay,
oh, no. The camera was for Rog. It's off for Rog, and yours was off. Yeah, camera's off, guys. So you're good to go.
Are you sure? No. I know you, Banksy.
How's it going,
Hello,
guys?
Banksy. Hello, Jupiter.
How's it going, everybody? Sorry, guys. I'm just bringing up some of the things. So, how's it going, guys? Go for it. Give me your little thoughts on this shit. Is it about Rodney? Was that the reason you jumped on?
No. I was talking about Russia. You have to understand. Me and Jupiter can actually have civilized conversations as well as talk shit. We're capable of balancing the two. We like doing both, but we can also do. Now, for me, I spoke about this earlier on Jedi. So I was like, when it comes to Russia today and free speech, if the West here is their principles are based on democracy, secularism, and free speech, you can't ban Russia today just because you don't like what they're putting out. In my opinion,
exactly. But of course,
Putin is not going around here saying, he's for free speech. He's outrightly doesn't want it. The West is. So unless your nation is actually being attacked directly, I don't see why you should be taking these platforms away. In fact, I want to watch Russia Today more because I want to know why they're taking it down.
Exactly. I mean, you would actually want to watch Russia Today so you can actually get the view or the perspective of the other side. Yeah. Like what is going on the other side? What propaganda are they dishing out? What are they talking about? But this is the thing. This is why when they tell you live in a free country, especially in Europe, it is complete bullshit.
So is it taking off YouTube as well? Is that what you're saying? It's taking up off YouTube as well?
Yeah.
Wow,
the
that's
YouTube,
crazy.
No. The YouTube account for RT is only available outside of European nations.
Oh, that is the epitome of censorship.
Yes.
I'm sorry. You're making yourself look stupid.
Well, that's the thing.
You're actually doing the same thing that Putin's doing on his side.
Well, that's the thing. I use a VPN, so I've got multiple nations that I bounce off of. And when I bounce into America or Canada or Japan, perfectly fine. Brazil even is fine. When I do any European countries, I tried Ireland, Sweden, Belgium, Belarus, United Kingdom. It's all banned in European nations.
Belarus as well?
Yep.
That's part of a Russian...
Even as any European nations, try. I mean, if you have a VPN, try any European nations. It's all blocked. You go to Japan, it's fine. Go to Canada, it's fine. Go to the United States, it's up.
Now, this is a big L for Europe.
Of course it is, because they're pretending to be free nations. They keep boasting about how free they are. At least don't fucking tell me. You know what pisses me off? Don't bullshit me. Don't piss on my head and then tell me it's raining. That is the worst part of all of this, is don't tell me you're supposedly the free nations of the world when you're fucking not. When you're as censorious and dogmatic about shit as any of these fucking things.
Now, I'm not going to say I like Russia Today. Russia Today is a propaganda channel for Russia. No doubt about it, yeah. But that doesn't mean I want it to be taken off air. I want to hear what they're saying as well, because weirdly, there might actually be some truth in there. Even they might be saying some truths, even though it's run by a propaganda channel.
Tarzan Jungle says Africa is down. I don't know which nations in Africa you've tried. My VPN doesn't give me any African nations to bounce off of, so I don't know. But I mean, the thing is, Curly, you say that they've done the same with the BBC. Yeah, but we know Russia is a dictatorial fuckwit. We're not claiming Russia is a free nation.
Well, that's what I say about India and Pakistan. I cannot hold India to a higher standard than Pakistan. Pakistan.
Whoa! No! Fuck! Bollocks. Okay, sorry. Hold on. I gotta get back in. Sorry, guys. Hold on. What the fuck? Oh, for fuck's sake. I don't believe this. I have to ask to join my own fucking panel. What is this bullshit? Sorry, guys. Okay, Raj, everyone, we're gonna have to start a new. We're starting a new panel. I have to. Okay, everyone, this is the new link for the new panel. I apologize. I accidentally kicked myself off my own fucking panel because the end the call fucking thing is so quick. Okay, Raj, if you can hear me, click on the new link. Bollocks. This is so fucking bad. Yeah, sorry guys. I kicked myself off my own panel. So yeah, I think Jupiter and Raj and everyone are still on there. Holy shit. How do I message these guys? Someone message.
Check us off.
Aha! You're back. Raj.
I mean, what's happened? We're gloating on the other show thinking we've taken over.
Yeah. No, sorry. I accidentally clicked on my own fucking... I clicked exit when I was trying to let someone on. And then I ended up throwing myself off my own panel.
Yeah, but we was on there for like 5 minutes rejecting you, jumping back on.
Oh, is that what you were doing, you fucking bastard?
That's how you couldn't get back on, so we was actually rejecting you. So
you little bitch. Yeah, but this is my show. This is my show, ultimately.
I just wanted to see how far this system can kind of like, go on its owner.
Yeah, it can go a lot. It can go a lot against the owner. But
yeah, so
Jupiter,
you need to, I don't know how to get those up to know that.
Well, when you were on
someone
there,
type in the chat then.
Yeah, you have.
Is that Full Shepherd?
I don't know. Yeah, Full Shepherd. Yeah,
big up. I've not seen him for ages. Oh, Call as well. I've not seen him for ages as well.
Big up False. Did you actually? There we go. They're coming back. Well, that's Based actually. Big up Based. How's it going, man? Your camera's on, Based. Your camera's on. Do you want to turn that off? Good man.
It doesn't really matter, but yeah.
Yeah, I know. Everyone knows what you look like. The handsome, devilish man that you are.
Another indication that women shouldn't go to war. Jupiter's the only one that can't come back.
Oh shit!
Both me and Base Welshman, as men, managed to figure out and jump on. What would happen in the enemy front lines when there's a diversion? They'll be stuck.
Actually, Wendy, could you please message Jupiter, because she's probably still on that same panel.
Yeah, get that one.
We've switched panels.
I told her to come off and then come back on.
Yeah, but no, she has to come on the new panel, not the.
She's hitting the old link.
Yeah, no, you got to give her the new link.
The new link.
Yeah, can anyone?
What would you do if you was in a battle then? Yeah, and then you had to give new orders, and Jupiter's still fulfilling the old orders. Yeah, this is another great victory for men. On that we are more capable of fighting in wars and stuff.
Yeah, that's it. That's how that works. But yeah, guys, please give the new link.
I could hear the sarcasm in your voice, Banksy, there, man.
Really?
Sarcasm,
really? You noticed that?
Yeah, that's your sarcasm.
I know I was hiding it so well.
No, your sarcasm was very, very apparent.
Yeah.
Hello, Jupiter.
He's trying to appease to the feminazis.
Jupes, your camera's on. Your camera's on, Jupes. Turn your camera off.
Okay, how do I do that?
Actually, let me see if I can do it for you. But yeah, it should be a camera sync.
Yeah, Banksy was mocking you for not being able to jump on, saying that women.
Okay, I've turned it off. I've turned off your camera. Yeah, it was me, right, Raj? It was nothing to do with you.
Banksy was mocking women for that. How dare he, man?
Sorry, guys. As I was trying to vet who was trying to come on, I actually kicked myself out of my own fucking panel.
No, but then when you tried to jump back on, we rejected you.
Yeah, well, you can go kiss my ass.
So that's why you have to start a new one, isn't it? So it's kind of...
So, okay, we were right in the middle of the heat here. What was the heat? The heat was two folds. One was Rodney, one was Ukraine. Where do you guys want to go with this? Rog, you were in the middle of something.
I want to say that I want to bomb Rodney. Yeah, and I believe Russia should bomb Rodney.
Look, whatever you want to bomb, whenever you want to bomb Rodney, that's up to you. It's not nothing to do with me.
Now let's go back to the central topic of Ukraine, man.
Okay, so actually, based. Because I've got my own opinions on the whole Ukraine situation, and I don't think Ukraine is actually as innocent as they made out, because I have seen some fuckeries that they've been up to.
Okay. So if anyone actually wants to go back into a little bit of history, we haven't going to go back far. We only going to go back like the last, say, 20 years. If you want to go back 100 years, go back 100 years. You'll find out that the Russians slaughtered them, and at the same time called them their brothers. So I don't, but there's a lot of history between the countries.
The Russians slaughtered fellow Russians as well.
Well, yeah, I mean,
they're slaughtering everybody.
Yeah, I'm not bigging up Russia, but I'm not bigging up Ukraine either. I think what the Western media has put out their propaganda is literally on full. It's on full fear porn mode again, and after COVID, you would have thought that the normies have woken up a bit with COVID, but they're all like trapped into the propaganda again. And
do you know who's the most happiest? Guess who? No, Boris. Have you realized no one's talking about COVID no more? Yeah. All of these thing about parties stuff, it's all gone.
Well, Ukraine is beat COVID. Fuck the Jack. Right? What beat Ukraine? That's the meme, isn't it? That's the meme. Ukraine beat COVID.
Yeah. So
Ukraine versus COVID. Is that what we're up against here?
Well, yeah. I mean, Ukraine has beaten COVID, isn't it? Let's be honest about it. You won't be hearing that again. And don't forget, only 37% of Ukrainians have had one jab. Only about 3% have had two. So just to get that into context, we've got countries like Canada and America saying they're going to take refugees from Ukraine, right? But the reality is they won't even fucking let their own citizens in Canada move from state to state if they're not jabbed.
What's the jab, sorry? Can you just repeat that about the jab?
Well, 37% of Ukrainians have had the one jab, and only 3% have had a booster. But you can't even move. You can't even travel from state to state in Canada. But Justin Trudeau, blackface himself, bring the Ukrainians. Clearly, I'm just looking at the hypocrisy. That's disappointing.
Oh, is that Hector? Big up Hector, man.
Oh, big up Hector.
The real man out here. The real man.
The only alpha man in this house.
I'm the real alpha man out here, man. Everyone's always cussing Hector. He's the real man. He's the true man. That's why they're afraid of him.
This is the messed up thing. I have literally never seen any scenario in which anyone could possibly hate on Hector. Hector has never really... I mean, look, Jupiter, she gets herself involved in all sorts of fuckeries. And she says things, and, she likes the little dramas and fights. But Hector has really been the most stable... He's like the rock in the storm. He's
just defending his wife.
Exactly. He's defended his wife. He's done all the right things. He's never really got involved in drama. He's only ever spoke his mind on righteous stuff. And yet he gets more shit than drama.
Are you saying that we should saint him, make him a saint?
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe we should at least a blowjob. He deserves a minimum of blowjob.
I'm joking.
But the man has never really done anything, egregious or bad or in any way that I would consider to be wrong. He has always stayed on the right side.
No, to be serious though, Banksy, he did something wrong. He didn't, to compare for what people think, this is what they believe, not me, that he didn't beat a woman to a pope.
He did beat the shit out of Isabella.
Well, they believe in equal rights, so they thought that Hector should have punched her to smithereens and then basically bodied her.
Just like clotheslined her to the ground and fucking started grounding and pounding.
That's the definition of a real man. for these people.
I know. This is the amazing thing. They take the piss out of Hector because he got smacked by a woman with flip-flops, and he didn't beat the shit out of her. Like Hector couldn't actually turn fucking Isabella's face into pulp.
Let me tell you something. If Hector did hit her, I wouldn't be supporting Hector. I'd say he's a pussy. I'm not lying.
Well, this is the thing.
I would be like, dude, you're not a man. You hit a woman. I'd be like, no, but I respect Hector after. I'm like, wow. After that kind of provocation, and you didn't touch
He still kept his calm. He still kept himself cool. Most men would have lost their shit and beaten the living shit out of
Have you seen the videos
Isabella.
nowadays? You know, like, he's from a different age, like my age. Like, you know, when like a woman can freaking hit you a lot of the times, you don't do nothing. Nowadays, youngsters just punch them straight. I've seen so many videos of a guy just punching a woman in the face. I don't agree with that either, because a woman doesn't have
But
enough
imagine if
body strength.
the funny thing, the fucked up thing is, if Hector had actually done that, then they would have turned on him about, how could you? How could you beat a girl? So you don't win either way with these fuckers.
I learned that the hard way. You know, you got brothers and sisters here. Like, as you're young, when you're arguing, you're kind of equally, kind of like, you know, strength-wise. As you get older, you have to realize that you're always going to lose if you try and do something. So I never ever touched it, because I knew if I got into an argument, I did anything, it would be like, oh my god, and rightfully so. All I used to do is, like, you know, if you had an argument, maybe if they get a bit upset, just restrain them and stuff, and just like calm down
and try to get away, try to walk away. But that's what I mean. The fact is that these same assholes who fucking criticize or mock Hector for not.
Did I Hector? I said host eating out Hector, sloppy wet style. Who do you think might want to write that? Who do you think's written that? Our friendly neighborhood Turk. Our friendly neighborhood Turk. Please, Hassan, I look, jump on you, but let's just try and have a civilized conversation, man. Dude, come on, man. Like, we're going to try and sort yours.
Actually, Hassan has been remarkably restrained these days, because I've been listening to him when he comes on the Manish sort of Speaker's Corner show, and he's been chilled, he's been calm. I don't know what weed he's smoking. Maybe he switched the particular supplier that he has, but he's been incredibly like.
But he's right. He was eating him out. Even I was like, calm down, Victor.
Look, all I'm trying to say is that, given the kind of provocations that poor Hector has had, compared to all of us, and all of us react differently, and we've all been good or bad on that side. You know, sometimes good, sometimes bad.
Yeah.
But given the kind of shit that Hector gets for the amount of involvement that he has in all these dramas, which is virtually none. I mean, he really only gets in trouble because of Jupiter drags him into it 90% of the time. And it's because of what Jupiter fucks around with, and then he gets caught in that shit.
No, but what's weird is that when they attack Jupiter, they always have the first thing is to go for Hector. And I don't understand it. Like, every time, it doesn't matter what. Hector's not even there, nothing to do with Hector. Hector this, Hector that. So Hector, you know, like, at the end of the day, is a human being. If you hear your wife being insulted, he has a right to come in and say, "Hold on a second, what are you doing?" Yeah. Oh, Hassan,
you got your camera on, mate. Okay, cameras.
What did you
are
say
off.
in the chat
Good
about
man.
Banksy? What did you say? Repeat it.
Yeah. Okay, London
Hassan,
guy.
you're on mute, man. You're on mute, dude.
Your camera is off now.
He's on mute as well.
Everybody's Oh, Hassan, you're mute. You got to unmute yourself, mate.
How's that?
Here you go. Here we go. We're in, fellas.
Hi, everyone.
Hi, London dudes.
Hello, London.
Hi.
I'm not sure. Is this
Eunice?
Eunice.
Yes, me.
Yeah, good man, Eunice. Okay, fellas, girls,
Your
ladies.
voice is
Good panel.
Huh?
Your voice has got a little deeper.
Has it gone deeper?
Yeah, you sound like a husky woman now instead of just a woman.
Oh, leave it out, mate. Leave it out. Come on, man. He's a man's man.
Shots fired. Shots fired.
He's a man's man. I've met him in real life.
You know, all right. He knows I'm playing with you.
So guys, Hassan, starting with Hassan, and then we go to Eunice. What's actually, where is Hassan? Oh, there he is. Yeah. What do you think? Where do you want to go? You want to go drama with Jupiter and Hector, or do you want to go Ukraine?
Nah, I think Jupiter's understood that not to stand against me, because I've got the upper hand on her. So you know, it doesn't pay to be cruel in life. You know,
be nice, Hassan. We like Jupiter, man. We like Jupiter as well.
Okay, in that case, then go Ukraine. Where are you at?
Well, I'm going to be honest with you. It's getting a lot of the abandoned buildings look like they're getting bombed to shit at the moment. the ones that have been fleeing, which is kind of sad. The one thing that's really concerning me more about Ukraine is the foreign fighters that governments are happy to ask for in regards to sending them there. That's really, if there's really any concern that I've got in all of this, is that I don't want no fucking war criminal coming back into this country. We've got enough shit to worry about.
Do you know what? Yeah, it sounds like it's one of those like mercenaries, isn't it? It's foreign mercenaries, like. It just looks proper bang out of order, to be honest with you.
Well, you know that officially it is illegal to have anyone from Britain go out abroad and fight for another country. And so technically all of the people, even going to Hungary, not to mention the ones who went to ISIS and Syria, but to go to Ukraine and fight for the Ukrainians, you are breaking British law. And that foreign minister lady encouraged people from Britain to go and fight for Ukrainians. Even though it's against the law.
Insane. I'm not gonna lie here. Like,
I'm
glad that you picked that up.
There is a sort of a double standard that I did see, and I have to call it out. Like, even if like, you know, something like they're telling people to go to another country to fight in a foreign war that isn't really right now part of Europe. But whenever people are going to other wars, which they in their own head think are justified, which I don't necessarily agree with, then they're condemned. And I have to be truthful, it does seem very hypocritical.
Yeah.
Do you want to know the weirdest thing
I wouldn't die for a foreign country.
One country that
a bit mad, to be honest.
is always allowed to do that. You know that, don't you? You're allowed to go to 2 militaries, 2 armies. You're allowed to go into. You can go into the Israeli one and any other one that you can. You know that. The only country
the only time, to be honest, the only time I would fight, is when UK's under attack or something like that. That's the only time I would fight.
Well, but that is the actual official line. If you're fighting for the British Army and British interests, then you can volunteer and go to the British military. You can't just fly over to any other country and fight for them. That is illegal. But somehow for Ukraine, it's okay.
But the government is actually promoting it, which is insane.
It's bang out of order, to be honest with you. I
don't understand, like, you know.
And you've got loads of those empty heads in it, like going there, like for some reason, like you could tell those geezers out of it. You know what I mean? Like, it's just
they're out of it, mate.
Here's another point that you guys want to bear in mind. Can you imagine all the Ukrainians that have fled here, knowing that they've got enemies out there, and what kind of opportunities this brings to them? Like, all right, you know what? There's a nationalist there that really had a beef with me. The government's going to give me some guns with some bullets, and really, if they die, like, unless there's witnesses there to point who it was, I'm going to get away with it. And we're going to have them guys come back here.
Did you see that they were being given guns, like the Ukrainians were being given guns, and before the soldiers even got there, they started shooting at each other.
There you go.
Yeah.
Trying to sort out the differences.
At each other? Why were they shooting at each other for?
I don't know, but they must have had differences of opinion, and they were shooting at each other.
Wow. There you go.
Maybe there might have been some undercover kind of pro-Russians in there. They sort of saw it. All right,
you never know, trying to sort out the differences or something like that.
Yeah, it just seems this whole thing with the Russia Today thing, this thing about go over there and fight. I'm going to be honest, it's making the West look kind of hypocritical at the moment, man. But I don't understand why they've done this.
Stealing hard-working Russian people's money just because their leader is someone they don't like. Can you imagine going into your bank account because Modi fucked up, right? Can you imagine? Like, all right, you know what? Whatever you fucking earn, what we're going to do is we're going to go in there, we're going to fucking take it, we're going to freeze everything of yours, even though you're not supporting him.
I support it because I don't have no money there.
No, can you imagine if you had money there, someone did that?
It's out of order, yeah.
And you got these Russian oligarchs that are going, it's all right, mate, don't worry, I'll sign it over. This is just all bliss about it. Can you imagine any other group of people? Can you imagine if they did that to the Saudis? Oh, you know what? You shut up Kosinja. You know, you bought Newcastle. What we'll do, we'll take that from you. Yeah,
I mean, the thing is,
with a whole load of more London Bridge bombers coming down on the.
If you did that in the West, I think the people will be up in arms. The problem is doing with Russia. Putin don't care. He doesn't care. He can have like he can have like people starving. Like Russia has shown before that when it comes to like sacrificing their people for whatever aims, they'll freaking do it. Like he won't care. As long as he's comfortable, he don't give a shit.
Yeah, sorry guys, Angel Moon. I just stopped your camera. But you should be good to talk. Are you with me?
Angel Moon on it.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Angel Moon.
A bit of Angel Moon. You made it on first time as well.
Week, man. She let the female.
I know I was meant to get on my phone, but I'm on my laptop, so it's working.
We're using your situation as a case study for why we.
I know. I heard you.
It's a case study in motion, man. How you been, Angel Moon, man? Long time no here.
I've been good, thank you. I've been busy working. I've started doing like a furniture restoration business. Yeah, so been really busy doing that. Yeah.
Oh, cool. Nice. Good, man. Good. How could you? That's going to be silent. Yeah, how could you got your views on this then, Angel Moon? I don't know what your views are.
Sorry, have I got what? Sorry.
Your views on the Ukraine situation about banning Russia today.
Oh yeah, I'm with Manny actually. I've been listening to Manny in the afternoon, and I'm very much with him because I think it's totally massive hypocrisy from the West. What's going on at the moment? You know what I mean? Massive. It's embarrassingly massive. You know,
it is embarrassing. Yeah, no doubt about it, man.
Yeah.
But how can you say to another country that you're suppressing free speech, and then you're doing the same thing because you don't like what this news organization is spouting out? Aren't we? The problem is they can't. The problem with the government, they think we're all dumb. They don't think that maybe we can hear a very differing view that might even be propaganda and be able to make our own mind up about whether it's right or not.
To be honest, Raj, I think that banning Russia today is probably the best option to do because to be honest, when you look at the Russian government and all that, they're taking the mick basically. They've already done 2 assassinations in British soil for the past.
Yeah, they are. Yeah,
last 16 years.
You've got American politicians begging for the assassination of Putin. That's a guy in government recorded saying that this should be happening. We're talking about, bro.
Now, what I'm saying is, there have been, the Russian government is taking the mick, though, isn't it? Like, because for the last 15 years, it has assassinated 3 people on British soil.
And what, you think we don't?
Nah, the thing is, they even put like nerve agents and all that.
Wow. You want to wake the fuck up,
Honestly,
there's a load of us. Trust me. You know what? There's a lot worse than killing a person. You can make them starve to death voluntarily over a long period of time, bro. I might rather than bullet in the head. Thanks. Yeah, discredit him, ruin him financially, take his family away. You know what? Yeah, there's a lot of other ways to discredit people like that, bro. And
I also heard, that Putin geezer, he's been making stuff up and all that. So I'm assuming that probably lost his marbles and all that.
But there's been academics that have been warning about this. Hasn't there? There's been academics that have been warning about this for a long time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And, predicting what's actually happening now. And, it's been covered up. And let's face it, the mainstream media are not doing any of us any favours. They haven't done us any favours for the last 2 years with the COVID shit. I mean, the COVID's disappeared completely now.
Exactly, yeah.
Crazy.
Do you know what? I think the first lockdown was on the 23rd of March 2020.
Yeah, but the thing is, when it comes to you saying that Russia today is a propaganda channel, I agree with you. But how do we don't hear the Russian side though? So I want to hear from this.
I heard it's a one-sided. They do one-sided discussion.
When I'm watching Russia today, I know it's a one-sided conversation. I know that. Yeah. When I'm watching the Western news, I know it's more biased towards the West. That's why I like to watch multiple kind of things, multiple kind of channels. I have a right to do that. I should have banned
educating yourself, innit?
Yeah, I want to hear 3 or 4 different views. I want to hear from.
So Banksy, what's your take on it? Because the way I look at it, it's just extremists fighting extremists against the people, really.
You're talking about the Russian-Ukraine scenario.
Yeah.
The thing is, to be perfectly honest with you, I've started looking into this, and this situation is far more complex and and there is some insidious scenarios that I've noticed. Number one, this situation, this war didn't just happen now. This war has been going on since 2014. So people have to recognize that this is a 2014 issue, not just happening now. This has been ongoing. Number two, the Donbass region does not want to be part of Ukraine. The people there identify more with Russians than they do with Ukrainians. So it is something that Ukraine has to acknowledge. The other thing is that if United States and because this is what I mean. This goes back years. This is the thing that most people forget. They think history started in like yesterday. The fact is that the United States and NATO promised Russia back in 1990. I forgot exactly the 90s. Yeah, it was when the unification of East Germany and West Germany was due to take place. Right. They promised Russia that NATO would not expand another inch to the east and into the Balkans and into the former Soviet Union nations. Then they went and broke that promise and started to Poland. Yes, and then they started offering NATO membership to countries that were former Soviet Union. Russia protested this and said, "Look, you fuckers promised us you will not expand NATO. Now you're literally bringing NATO into the nations that are bordering our country, and that is now causing issues."
The only problem is Ukraine at the moment. Yeah, so when you're looking for, you have to look at all points of view. I don't agree with Russia, but if you're looking from Putin's point of view, you have Ukraine, which is trying to get into the European Union right on its doorstep, and also wants to get into NATO. That for somebody who's a Russian like Putin, who believes in Russia is kind of like the Russian Empire. He's not going to have that. I don't agree with what he's doing, but they're pushing into his territory that he believes should have been more neutral. He wants a neutral zone, and I kind of understand why. You don't want the whole of Europe on your doorstep. I mean,
it doesn't make sense though. If you want to have a neutral zone, then why would they push westward?
What do you mean?
What he's doing
they don't want NATO on their doorstep.
So you understand the geography. So you have Russia and you got Ukraine, then you got Poland next to it. Poland is now part of the European Union and NATO. Now Ukraine has been neutral for how many years? Belarus as well and all that kind of stuff. But that's more of a puppet state.
Now Belarus has sanctions.
Is a puppet state for
Belarus
Russia.
Is a puppet state.
If you're looking at it from Putin's point of view, it's not as crazy as it might look.
Exactly.
It's not as insane.
It's not from Putin's point of view. It is from the international commitment.
Warheads 4 minutes away from your doorstep, because that's what's going to happen if Ukraine becomes a part of NATO.
Exactly.
That's what. Basically,
it will be the same.
You know what? We'll have.
It's like Scotland suddenly becoming.
Not Scotland. It's like Canada or Mexico becoming a Russian state or a Russian affiliated state.
That's a similar scenario.
And look what happened when they did that.
Exactly.
America nearly went on to,
America will not stand for an enemy nation to have influence over some country that is on their border.
I knew about this,
and yet they expect other nations to do that.
But Banksy, guess how I knew about this side? Because of watching channels like Russia Today. It's giving me a different perspective of their view. Yeah. Now, I don't have to agree with it, but I want to hear it.
Exactly.
When you're silencing their side, it's wrong.
Well, it's because Raj, it's because they want unfettered support for the Ukrainians, because that is the narrative that they're pushing. So they don't want any challenges to their narrative.
And also the massive cover-up that the Bidens are doing in regards to cover-up to a corruption scandal, which also has got massive financial incentives for them to have a diversion from all of this.
Yeah. Sorry, Eunice, what were you going to say?
I was going to say that, there's also allegations being made that, some of the Ukrainian army has Nazi memberships or something like that.
No, it's not allegations. There are literal neo-Nazi battalions that were sent to the Donbass region to fight the separatists there. They have literally the swastika over the Ukrainian flag. I can show you. And
the thing is, right now. Excuse me, but not only that, they've been massacring like the people of the Donbass for like since 2014.
Exactly.
Thousands. I mean, they set like a whole place on fire. Set them alive on fire, like a.
Yeah,
you know.
I mean, they set a building on fire with people in it, and they just let them burn to death.
Is that Azov battalion? And the thing is, look,
someone's trying to get in, Banksy.
Yeah,
when it comes to this situation about look, if you got Nazis who are militias, you can't do nothing about it. That's up to them if they want to fight. But once you make that militia a part of a battalion of your army, then you've got to condemn it. I was saying that to Wendy the other day, like, you've got to condemn this. Hey, Sky Church, your camera's on, man.
Hey, Sky.
You know, the worst thing about it is who's
Sky,
funding.
let me.
Who's funding
Sky
that?
jumped off. No, it's okay. I can turn off your camera, Sky.
My concern is, if we are giving all those weapons, to Ukrainians and all that, what if it falls into the wrong hands?
Dude, this is the thing. I just posted a video not a few days ago. It's on my Speakers Corner. It's on Speakers Corner online. There's a guy called Coach Red Pill. Now he's a bit of a douchebag, but nevertheless, he's in Ukraine, and he was posting a video. He said the Ukrainian government has given out weapons, military-grade weapons, automatic weapons, to just random people, and now those people have formed mafia criminal groups who are now robbing and looting street houses and shops with those weapons.
You still want to give them weapons?
But with the weapons that the Ukrainian government gave just people that now just random people have guns.
Who gave them the weapons? Who supplied the weapons?
The Ukrainian government supplied the weapons to them, but yeah, of course, the European nations, the Western European nations have supplied them with those weapons.
And what's going to happen to them weapons after the war's over? Just think of that.
Exactly. They're gonna fucking go around with giant fucking criminal gangs now with automatic rifles.
Exactly.
It's insane. It's absolutely insane. The situation.
Oh yeah, and there's no borders now around there as well. So that's how they stay lawlessness.
The level of lawlessness. I mean, the Coach Red Pill video literally said there's been rapes, there's been lootings, there's muggings. He was walking in the street and he said, I'm actually extremely afraid of being shot, but not by Russians, but by Ukrainian criminals who have automatic rifles because the government just gave it to them.
This is the point. This is the problem. When you have this narrative that one side is totally good, the other side is totally bad. I'm not saying Russia is the aggressor. In my opinion, they are the aggressor and in the wrong. But Ukraine.
I don't believe that, Raj, to be honest with you.
Oh, you don't? All right.
I don't, because I think that, like the Minsk agreement, America and Britain and the West, NATO, they've all sort of took, they've not adhered to that agreement, and they've poked the bear to this point, and they knew that this was going to happen long before it happened. I mean, seriously, I've been watching documentaries from 2009 to talking with academics talking about how actually the West actually put Putin in place, and this goes back to the sort of the World Economic Forum. They put Putin in place, as they did this other guy that's now the president of Ukraine. I mean,
to be honest, he the reason why he's president is that he was voted in office. He wasn't appointed.
No.
He was elected.
But actually, if you listen to these, there's a guy called Vladimir. He was born in France, grew up in America, but at the age of a teenager, probably 13 or something, he went to live in Russia, and he's a massive Russian American correspondent, and he. When you listen to this is like a few years ago, not the rhetoric that we're hearing now. And they've put him in place. You can just listen to Klaus Schwab. He's telling you that, they put him in place when he was like a young leader. But I think that sort of Putin might have seen. Putin did try to actually join the United Nations. And he also did try, this is what this guy said, he tried to join the EU and they wouldn't allow it.
Oh,
well, I mean, the EU is a different matter to the United Nations. Russia is part of the United Nations. They're part of the Security Council, so it's not like they're excluded from the United Nations. They actually have veto rights.
They're one of the main permanent members.
They're one of the founding members. But as far as the EU is concerned, no, that's a different matter. Russia doesn't necessarily get EU membership, just like Turkey doesn't get EU membership just because they want to.
I understand that, but he did try to join, like.
Well, maybe he's trying to maybe he's trying to play ball. But I will say this. Now, this is someone in I think Ubrela's shoe who said that right now Russians are raping Ukrainians. Now, I'll be perfectly honest.
I heard reports of Russian soldiers raping Ukrainian women.
Yeah, I mean, if that is the case, that is god awful and that is despicable, and of course it's terrible.
Propaganda is wild, isn't it?
But that's what I mean. I'm asking this individual if he has evidence. By all means, jump on the panel and correct me. I'm not saying that I have all the information, but what I am saying is that I am getting conflicting information from various different sources because I don't follow the mainstream narrative. I am desperately trying to stay out of the mainstream narrative and follow the truth versus a narrative that is being pushed by one side or the other. So that's all I'm expecting. That's if you have better information than I have, jump on the panel, post your links, correct me. I am not proud not to be corrected.
Look, we've learned from history that just following one narrative leads to freaking disaster in terms of like people not understanding both points of views. You need to understand why this is happening in order for some kind of resolution. When people say, I just listen to one side, this is why with your title it's so dangerous that the West is now suppressing dissenting views.
Living in these times that we're living in with the massive amount of propaganda that's going on, you can't even rely on what history was anymore. You know what I mean?
Can you play that video again in the background, the one with the moving body, so I can show her?
Oh yeah. I mean, well, the thing is, I'll try and actually show this. If you guys can you guys see the actual main?
I'm watching your thingy.
Okay. Watch the main stream. Because I'm gonna post it, I'm gonna play it there, and that is actually one of the videos that I was sent, where back when Trump said Syrian soldiers, Syria threw chemical bombs onto onto civilians, and there was all these dead people, and there was all this like blood and all that stuff. Well, a lot of people said those were crisis actors, and they hire crisis actors to show this and that. Well, this is meant to be a German news. This is German report about all the dead people in Germany. And one of the actors who's supposed to be dead is adjusting his actual fucking body bag because the body bag wasn't put on properly. And the wind is blowing it away. If you just watch...
It's like a Monty Python sketch.
What is this?
Yeah.
I can see it.
Yeah. They're meant to be all dead bodies. They're meant to be showing all the dead bodies.
Oh, wow. And this was live, was it?
Yeah. Well, I don't know if it was live or whatever it was, but it got out.
That straight, and they have to go tell it.
Yeah, they're trying to adjust the guy's body bag because he's supposed to be dead.
Imagine you're an actor and your only skill in that particular day was to act dead.
You know what I mean? Your only job was to fucking be dead.
If I say to someone, look, it's not a very complicated acting job, just act dead. And if someone puts their hands up and say, how do I act dead? I'll beat them.
I swear, it's like you had one job. You had one fucking job.
He must have been shit as dead soldiers as a kid.
It's like, dude, you try to be a professional actor. You had one job.
It's like saying to someone, act out of breath. Like, everybody should know how to act out of breath. Yeah, it's not rocket science. You don't have to have a course to do it.
Now, look, guys, one thing I will preface this. We don't know whether this footage was from 10 years ago, from 5 years ago, from yesterday. We don't know exactly. I have no information about the timing of this. I was told that this was a report from a German news outlet at about the number of people dead in Ukraine right now. That's what I was told.
Yeah, but
if
I have
I'm
seen
been
the
proven to
Syrian,
be wrong about this footage,
fair,
I am happily to take it.
When you're talking about the Syrian kind of bombing with the Astros, whatever it is, what was it?
Yeah, no, it was.
I've seen videos of that, and unless
chemical
those children,
bombing and stuff.
Unless those children are the best actors in the world, like they look like they were suffering and dying to me.
Don't forget the incubator. You know, the babies out of the incubators. I mean, that was terrible. You know, the lies that this, you know, the propaganda that goes on.
Exactly, they bullshit all the time. And I'll be honest, Raj, you know the Syrian chemical attack? I actually footage that was sent to me, which is a mutual friend that we both know, Sid, that it showed them putting fake blood on the kids' fucking faces and setting them up.
That was an expose. They exposed that.
Yeah, I've seen a video of them saying there was an explosion. So the explosion happened, and then afterwards they put the dead bodies around it. I've seen that,
I know,
and it was shown as a
this kind of shit.
But I'm talking about the one you was talking about the Syrian one.
The white helmet.
That did not.
They were notorious for that.
Yeah, they didn't look fake to
me. But what I'm saying is that doesn't it put a massive question mark over everything you see? It makes me skeptical of fucking everyone now.
Even when I saw the nuclear reactor and they said it's on fire, I was like, all right, I want to see that. Like,
I know.
Is that true? Or is it a building next to it which has no connection to the nuclear facility, so they're not really in danger? Because they're trying to
fucking play
promises, haven't we?
Well, that's what I mean, man. I just don't know what to believe anymore.
But it's good to be in this space.
I can't believe my own lying eyes.
No, but we should question. Like before, I think in the past, when there was only a limited amount of places to get information from, questioning was hard. Now we have so many sources we can go to and make your own decision.
That's why they're shutting the internet down, isn't it? Right?
Yeah, I mean, this Russia Today thing is really.
Exactly.
I think it's stupid, man. Totally stupid.
Exactly. This is why they know that the internet has become incredibly damaging to the kind of things that they used to feed us back in the day, back in the 90s, back in the 80s. They used to just tell us things and we used to just believe it. Whatever came out of that little box.
Banks say like World War II, like the bullshit that we were taught. Do you know what I mean? Like, how did we know what was going on?
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean? Like, now we can see it.
Everything is in question now. I mean, don't get me wrong. I think that at some point you have to draw the line, because you could spiral out of control.
Not Manny.
Well, Manny has his own proclivities. But what I'm saying is that
I'm on Manny's side.
Well, Manny's like we was talking about, he was joking with it, but the problem with Manny is this year. A lot of people who can believe in a lot of conspiracies, they tell people to question everything, but when you question them, they go mad. So they don't live by their own rule. So this is why with Manny, he said,
"No, it's because he's done his homework.
If you ever take the jab, I'm never talking to you." And he was joking, but he had an underlying reality to it, and I knew it. And this is the problem with a lot of these guys. Like me, you have your view. I'll say, okay, cool. You think this is the vaccine is 100% kind of dangerous. I'm in the middle ground. I'm not going to take it unless I find out up to a certain point it's safe. But you people shouldn't then condemn me for taking it or not taking it.
I heard conspiracy theories like
with actually that have had the jab, condemning people that are unvaxxed.
Yeah,
I mean, it's just ridiculous, and it's all a part of trying to like separate us all, isn't it?
You know, Manny's here now. Manny's here.
Oh, he's here.
Is Manny here?
I need to go. I'm not running away. I'm going to be away for 2 minutes, so let me come back.
Yeah, I heard that. I heard that. What do you call it? The vaccine. It had, it's like one of those little chips being.
Let's reject him, guys. Reject him.
No, don't reject. We're now rejecting Manny.
Oh no, he's here.
Rod, you've been talking a lot of shit.
Oh my god, I just said your name once now.
What a bag of shit you've been talking, mate. Go on, let's hear it. I'm here.
So it's not just about you. Don't take it personally, but it's about people that are very conspiratorial. And I've found that a lot of them will say, look, I'm not going to listen to everything and just believe it. And then when I question them, I'm not talking about you in particular, they then start spazzing out. Why are you questioning me? What? You don't believe? And I'm like, dude, you want us to be inquisitive. And then when we have a slightly different view from your view, you're doing the same thing that you're accusing everyone else of doing.
Yeah, but Raj, calling somebody like conspiratorial is just the same as like calling him like an anti-Semite or like you know, a racist or an Islamist.
I mean, that's accusations, to be honest.
No, I think there's a level because some people might say I'm conspiratorial. But I'm talking about.
You're not conspiratorial.
I don't know, but I'm saying to some people I am. None to you lot, the real conspiratorial nut jobs. I'm not conspiratorial, but to other people, I am.
Do you know what? Yeah, I'm conspiratorial as well. To be honest, I believe when I had an injection, I think there was like a microchip being implanted into my shoulder or something like that to track my movements.
So you're like the new Terminator or something. You're gonna be.
You're not conspiratorial. You're not paying attention.
You see the Manchurian candidate. Someone's going to say a word, and next thing you're going to come out with a sniper rifle. You're going to blow someone's head off. Hopefully, someone you don't like.
So, suddenly, over the course of the live stream, and Eunice gets a telephone call. Yeah. Foxtrot Vector 322.
And he hears Foxtrot 2, next thing I'm
dead. Suddenly Eunice goes, I must go.
Yeah, I must go. He said Foxtrot 2. No, Foxtrot 1. He kills the wrong person. I think it's good to question, man.
Okay, I want to hear from Manny, because Manny...
No one's saying you shouldn't question. Well, you shouldn't question the source that it comes from. Go do your own research is why conspiracy theorists get a little bit upset. It's like you tell them the news. Okay, you're inquisitive. Don't waste their time with. Go do your, because there's nothing worse than telling someone, and then you go, well, prove that, and then prove that, and then prove that, and then prove that. And then prove
before
that.
Manny speaks, though, a perfect example is a guy called I think it's Graham Hancock. Who wrote the Chariots of the Gods?
Yeah, Graham Hancock.
So he said in that book in the 90s that there are older civilizations than Egypt, older civilizations going back 10,000 years. He was laughed at as a conspiracy theorist. Then what happens? They found Göbekli Tepe. And now all those people that were laughing at him, calling him a conspiracy theorist, are going, okay. Even what's his name? David Icke. I remember when he done the Wogan thing. And like he was ridiculed to a next level. I mean, and now a lot of people are like, okay, some of the stuff he was saying is actually sensible. Same
as Alex Jones.
Even the word conspiracy.
I mean, to be honest, Alex Jones was out of his mind. To be honest,
yeah, but this is the funny thing. You know,
that case is a not case. To be honest.
But you know, there's a meme. There's a meme now. There's the Alex Jones.
Yeah, I'll be back in a minute, man. If I'm silent.
So before you go, so I used to at one point get very offended, like. People were ignoring clear information and things that would lead them to research into more deeper things and realize what I was basing my opinion on. But then when I started researching psychology, I realized that people block themselves from certain information, from certain realities, not because they're thick, not because they're ignorant, not because they're low IQ, or it's because emotionally and on a psychological level, they want to block that information because it's kind of impeding in what they're trying to avoid. So take for example, if a lot of people now, when I say a lot of people, I've only read articles on what have you. I kind of would rather blame the climate change for heart attacks and their health issues than the obvious, which is they've taken the jab, right? And that's just a small example of what people will do. So I don't, even though I was joking around with Banksy and Raj on the live stream on Wednesday, genuinely I wasn't really upset because I know that people block information because everything just comes down to psychology. There'll be something that's within them that's kind of, they're like, no, I'm not going to believe this, for whatever reason. But not once, you see, the evidence, not once have Raj or Banksy said, oh, do you know all these reports and scientific evidence you keep going on about, Money? Send it over, let's have a look and let's research it. Not once, but they'll happily sit there and they say, oh, Money, you believe in butterflies. Money, you believe in this. Or Money, no, don't forget what
I am so going to call bullshit on that.
Not once have you guys...
Not once. I literally said...
You're little babies, and I'm sorry, I'm not going to breastfeed you. You're going to have to grow up.
Can I just say something, Money? I'm with you because, like, I've had this for 25 years. Do you know what I mean? Like,
I'm sorry. Angel Moon. Hold on. I got.
And most of the stuff that I've ever said that is absolutely come true, just like Alex Jones.
let me just give a slight retort, shall I say, to what Manny just spewed, and that is, I literally said on Wednesday, present your evidence, and I will value it. No, he's saying that we never once asked him to present evidence.
He's still crying about
for what
Wednesday.
he said. I know, of course, he's still bitching. His vagina is still bleeding from fucking Wednesday's fucking argument. But he's still on a fucking heavy flow from Wednesday.
YouTube was still talking about chemtrail.
But I literally said that I will review the evidence you presented, the video, and I will happily have a full debate on it.
And intelligent enough to review anything. How about we get more of a panel on that we believe that I'm not going to take the position. Convince me if something.
Oh, now we're not good enough. We're not good enough for you now.
Banksy.
Oh, did you hear that, Banksy? We're not good enough for him now.
One second. I sent a link down on the chat. Did you open it?
Why are you always crying?
Sorry.
Why are you always
crying?
But look, all I'm saying is,
did you open them?
All I'm saying is, I will happily review your evidence.
And what I mean by that is, they do not debate; they love to argue. And what they want to do, they want to put you in a box.
That's
and
it.
They've labeled you.
What a load of shit!
No, bro, I gave you evidence. Did you look at it?
In a box.
Did you look at it?
First of all, look, we want to put you in a box. We want to put. Am I here? We want to put you in a box. We're going to bury you 6 at one, and then dance on your grave.
On Wednesday.
Look, that's what we want to do. We want to do bangada.
This false shepherd. This was about chemtrails.
I'll be honest with you, man. I was watching
the chemtrails. Bro, I don't want to sound horrible, but chemtrail, it is that. No offense, jet fuel is not fucking anything but chemical. So he's not wrong. There could be more nefarious applications put into these.
God!
Who knows?
Look, I'm not saying. I didn't even say to Manny that I'm fully disputing his evidence. I said, give me your evidence, let me review it, and then we will have a full debate on the chemtrail issue. But he's now saying, oh, you just don't even accept anything, and you don't even look at the evidence. I'm like, fuck you!
It's not going to a court case. We haven't even evidence.
We're going for the. We agree with the chemtrail. Manny may not have been as prepared as he was, but in regards to the vaccine, I gave you a fucking dossier full of fucking information. I begged you. I go, bro, look at it. There's all the information in there. In fact, the ones that have all the placebo cases that are shown are all the survivors, and all the ones that have taken the real jab. There's a fucking high mortality rate.
Who did you send it to? Who did you send it to?
Oh, I sent it on the link.
Hassan,
did you look at it?
What about the government actually saying, you should all get HIV tests? What's that about? Why?
You couldn't tell them that. We couldn't even get to that. I was there, and the fact that, from what I understand now, I don't know how true this is, but from Acosta, he's mentioning something about Anthony Fauci now under arrest or in protecting custody. Bro, this ain't a fucking joke. And the fact that this is all made in the lab by their own admission that is prone to leaks. Well, no one's holding them to account, so that also brings into question why the fuck this is going on. But yet you got you two little prick advocators saying, "Oh, do us a favour, sign up to a vaccine."
Oh my God!
To a vaccine that's not being tested.
Give the names. Give the names. I'll give you
the name. I'll send it again. I'll send it again.
Remember, I haven't taken. Are you trying to shot at me and Beck? Because I didn't take the shot.
Bro, I would never take the shot.
I'm not, but you're saying
I have actually taken the shot.
You said the one little prick. The one little prick. That one little prick took it, man. Banksy, he's gonna die.
Not only has Raj taken the shot,
I've taken both shots.
The triple booster, and he's gonna get the fifth booster with his pants.
You know, I'll do it just to annoy you. I'm gonna film it.
Wait, he's gonna take the shingle needle as well.
I'm gonna do it just to
show. He might have his period as well.
You know what else I'm gonna do? Do you know what else I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go to an airport and I'm gonna eat chemtrails.
Yeah. Well,
Like literally, I'm
say,
saying, turn the engine on.
Can I just say,
behind it and I'll eat the chemtrails.
You're not big now, are
Money chemtrails,
There's a totally different thing between contrails and chemtrails.
They don't understand that. They don't.
I want to be educated.
What do you mean we don't understand that? You explained it to us on Wednesday. The chemtrails are. Is it the chemtrails or is it the contrails? I don't know. Whatever it is, whether it comes out of a penis or a jet engine.
Banky said, "I believed in fairies." See what he does? He has to create a straw man so he can go off.
I'm not creating a straw man. I'm literally saying that we heard about your chemtrails, and your chemtrails seem to follow.
Squirting everywhere.
Yeah, exactly. All the way from the bedroom to the living room. They're hanging off the chandeliers. I don't know what the fuck you're doing in your bedroom.
There was something about Mary. You know what that is?
Yeah, the chemtrail on the hair.
It's Manny's ear.
It's hanging from your ear. It's hair gel.
Chemtrail.
Okay.
So what they used to do is they used to bring like aliens into the subjects like this when they wanted to, like, you know, ridicule you about subjects, and now it's like, you know, the actual government of the US is saying that there is. You know, aliens out there. So you know what I mean?
No, they're saying there's UFOs.
Yeah, they're called. It's called double inbreeding. Like, once you get to a certain level, you evolve.
Do you want me to show you evidence right now of a CIA senior person talking about chemtrails?
Go.
No,
go now.
Go on a separate one, man.
Drop it.
Do on a separate
Come
one.
on, go.
No.
What did I say? Did I stutter?
I don't actually know.
I'm sorry. Did I stutter?
I don't know. I don't actually know, to be honest.
You can actually pay for like cloud seeding. If you want to, you know, they did it in the.
We don't know what exactly Manny is seeding with his chemtrail, but something's going on.
No. So look here, on the day, Romney, can I just say one thing here? Look, on the day,
so let me get this straight. We've got seeding followed by chemtrails.
You said that when you was trying to bring up one of the evidence, you said that the fumes, you know, the trails are longer and stay longer than before. And I just brought up a very easy debunking of it. Maybe the engines are different now.
Exactly, and fuel, and the jet fuel.
So that was it. So you need harder evidence than that for me to kind of believe it.
Even pilots are admitting
it. What if I was to debunk what you've just said by saying, but engines these days are far more efficient, and therefore the fumes or contrails will be less.
Yeah, but that's fine. Just show me the evidence now. I'm not saying you're wrong.
The thing is, I'm not trying to use my own logic, my own intelligence. I'm trying to base it on things. And my point is not even they definitely exist. All I was trying to do is let's get a conversation going. But you and your boyfriend Banksy can't hold your hand.
He's not girlfriend. Huh?
Yeah, my lover.
I'm the man in the relationship. Yeah. He's not girlfriend.
Yeah, Manny is the top. No, sorry, Raj is the top. I'm the bottom.
You should take look. As somebody that's trying to put their case forward, giving you a robust kind of like grilling is going to put your evidence or whatever you're putting forwards to the test, isn't it? You should be appreciating it.
The only thing that upset me with you and your girlfriend was that I was trying to say it's not just about do they exist or don't they exist. There's actually a third position, if not another position, which is my position. My position is like I don't really know because I'm not filling that plane up with the fuel, or I'm not customizing the plane to actually genuinely throw chemicals in the atmosphere. That's not even me. All I'm trying to do is like, I don't know, but can we have a conversation about it?
We can have a conversation.
You're so indoctrinated and your girlfriend doesn't let you speak.
Dude, we like trolling and like ridiculing people at the same time. It's fun.
That's
Let us do it. That's our style, isn't it? Like,
you can troll anyone you want, but you're not trolling
just
me.
because when you go to a gunfight, you can't go with a water pistol, we come with Gatling guns. Ain't our problem.
Dude, I came with a double-edged sword.
You got shot down and then you're
you came with a sword to a machine gun fight.
Not even a cucumber. He won't come with a cucumber. We had a Gatling gun. He came with a cucumber and a giant dildo. And then he's crying after we beat him.
Look.
All fun in love and war, but when it comes to when we're gonna debate stuff, all rules of engagement. We're gonna freaking massacre you if you have to. You should be happy, grateful that we did it.
Look, I don't want to.
It's taught you now that don't come to a gunfight with a dingalingy little water pistol.
Kill a
water pistol
with a spoon. But look. One thing I want to settle. I want to settle this. And Raj, for real, no messing around. We will. I'm more than happy if you hold a lunchtime
I'll do it. I want to learn as well.
At Speakers Corner Online, and we will hash out the chemtrails, and we will all do our research.
Seriously,
we will watch all the videos, and we will do a full hour of debate on this, so that you can have your little, I don't know, ejaculation.
Oh, your little. Oh.
See, again, there we go.
And these little cum trails going all over the computer.
Manny, don't worry.
You can spread your cum trails all over your keyboard.
Ready for him and they'll sign up.
Chemtrails are not toxic, but his cum trails are.
Yeah, his cum trails are organic though, produced by himself.
Venom.
Damn right.
Little organic pricks.
Just make sure your cum trails are fully organic.
I'll be honest with you, Manny. I like to just like, but on that day, I will take it serious because I actually really don't have a position on this. I don't know. You might be 100% right. You might be 100% right. I don't know. I've never really looked into it
seriously, because Wednesday was for me probably one of the best live streams I've seen.
So we can ridicule a bit. All right, then.
Absolutely, yeah.
Oh, cool, man. We're going to go in there. Don't cry afterwards.
What I'm saying is, nobody is saying whether you're right or wrong. All I'm saying is let's have an honest and informed debate with all the evidence presented in full. Because you were saying at the end, well, I couldn't show all the video because this was the format of the show, so you couldn't actually present all your evidence. Fine, if that is the case, have a full show just on this one topic and present all your evidence.
Definitely.
Exactly.
Oh, dude, I've got a. Do you know the day?
Yes, I believe in chemtrails as well.
There you go. And maybe Jupiter can get on this, so she can back up your pussy.
Dude, are you allowed to share your screen? Are you allowed to share your screen?
Do you only thing that's going to back up is your ass onto Raj's?
Hey, dude, are you allowed to share your screen?
Yeah, sure, Raj. I can sort that out.
All right, so let me just show you something here quick.
Don't let him share his screen.
Don't do it. Very quickly.
Don't do it.
Hold on.
Should be,
Raj, don't show any of your cartoons. I'm sick and tired of them.
Yeah, don't worry. I must little scribbles.
Good news, by the way. Sage has been disbanded.
Yeah, I heard that. Well,
interesting.
Even better news. Russia Today wants to buy Raj's drawings.
Oh, thank you.
What, is it the one with a puppy?
Share the screen. Are you sharing the screen?
Yeah. Go ahead and
how do I share it though?
Make a request.
Toggle screen share.
Yeah, it's at the bottom there.
Okay. So how do I? It doesn't come up with the actual option to choose a page though. How does that work?
What do you mean?
Like, is this supposed to be maybe my computer's frozen?
Never ask Banksy for any technical help. I've got computers. He's fucked up.
Yeah, I know.
You can kiss my ass.
Right up. Before he logged on, and guess what? It doesn't fucking log on.
Okay, all right. So
no, dude, you can share your screen, but you can if you at the top when you go to share your screen, you've got Windows, you've got Chrome tab.
I got it.
Okay.
There you go.
Oh, for fuck's sake, dude. Seriously, you want me to fucking put that on my stream? Fuck it, I'm putting it on. It's on the stream. These are your chemtrails. These are your chemtrails.
These are real life chemtrails.
These are the cum trails.
What did you have to search to find that?
I have no idea.
I'm not gonna lie, it was there. I wrote in cum trolls. That's what come up. That should be like the. You know when you're doing the show on the other day, you should do that as the actual.
That's the best.
You'd get away with
this
it.
This is the thumbnail. This is the thumbnail for that fucking show right now, Raj. Sorry, Manny, you better save this fucking page. This is the thumbnail.
I'll send it to you.
I've got it. Don't worry.
Yeah, I mean,
this is the thumbnail for that show.
If that is what you're talking about, I think that's real. That's real. Yeah.
The cum trails.
So is that what Triller's cock looks like?
Oh God, I don't know. I hope not. I hope not, man. I don't need a fluffy.
The next thing that you're going to say.
That with a tin of baked beans and Rogers away.
I'm going to unshare it though.
The next thing that you're going to say is a one world conspiracy.
There we go. There we go. You're back.
Was that a good one? Was that worth it?
That was the best cum trail I've ever seen.
And seriously, type in cum trail. That's what comes up. I'm not even joking.
Raj, can you hear me?
Yeah, sorry, I can hear you now. Yeah.
The next thing you're going to say is a one world conspiracy. Is just not reality.
I'm not saying that. I don't know. If someone could give me evidence that there's I do believe there's some group here, not of a particular religion or anything, that is trying to control the world. I personally think there is a kind of a cabal of people of the mega rich that are in the background. The people that they put in the front, they're just facades. They're just like
the World Economic Forum. We've got to admit it. I mean, like they go to Davos every January. Nobody's, it's those rules that you're not allowed to know what they're saying. And these are the people that we're supposed to have been elected that go to these meetings, and we're not allowed to know what.
Yeah, but I personally believe the people that are actually in control, no one even knows who they are. They're totally hidden. Well, they're probably people that you don't even know are mega trillionaires, and they're just literally in hiding. Like,
I think we can start with the World Economic Forum, though, can't we?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying that there's
we can start with them.
I would agree with that.
They admit what they're doing. You know,
I have no issue with people saying that there's an insidious group trying to control the world.
A lot of what everybody was saying to do with Agenda 2030 and all that, 2021 and everything, they've now come out and basically admitted it, the World Economic Forum. It's all there.
That's been there since I actually moved to Ireland, because like when I moved to Ireland, it was I contacted my local council here, and I wanted to know what the Agenda 21 meant, and there was an actual whole bump of it online about Agenda 21, and so when people did, it's because they don't talk about it in the mainstream media. That little black box in the corner is not telling everybody. They just tell you what they want you to know. I mean, these things are actually happening in the background.
I personally think, even Banksy here, I think we're in a good middle spot where we don't believe everything the government says, but we don't disbelieve everything the government says. We don't believe what all the media says. We try and get multiple sources, and then we look at it ourselves and we go, okay.
2 years. Come on,
yeah, so I think, I'm not going to say to people there's no...
but listen to what you're saying. You're saying that you and Banksy in the middle because you're not making your mind up and you don't have the ability to find out the deeper information. That's not what the middle ground is.
No, the middle ground is getting the information, getting them in. I'm not saying.
Come on, Raj, don't lie to us.
I'm not saying stand in the middle ground of a subject or a topic. I'm saying we're trying to get the information from everywhere and then make a decision. We might fall on one side. Like, I'm against taking the vaccine because I don't want to be pumped full of drugs that I don't know what is in them. I'm not saying that there is anything dangerous in there. I just think it's sensible to wait while it's being tested. And then
the Pfizer thing's come out, hasn't it? Apparently, because they were trying to stop it for 75 years, and apparently it's come out now. So we really need to look into that, to what that has to say.
Yeah, but the thing is, Angel Moon, what you're doing, you're an individual with a good memory, because what I find with people that kind of ridicule your position, or perhaps our position, that even though they might think they have a good memory, they actually don't, because they don't remember geopolitical stuff, they don't remember headlines, they don't remember information that they may have read. This is where the actual detail is, being able to decipher information from different years and different kind of feeds, if you like, or sources, and put it together. That's the difference. Like take Raj, for example. Raj is actually very, very busy, and his concentration actually goes on his artwork, right? And getting hold of Banksy to look at your computer takes 2 years, believe it or not.
Fuck you!
He's just that busy, and when he does, he fucks it up.
But he tried to do that to me. He said, "Oh, you can use this free StreamYard." When he sent me the way to do it, it was like going through freaking nuclear physics. Like, how am I going to do it?
But my point is
that was OBS. It wasn't free
StreamYard. I know this because I spent decades researching markets, researching geopolitical news, so I could place trades, right? This is what a trading is, an investment is. It's like you're actually reading up on absolutely everything just to form an opinion of what is a good trade, what is a bad trade, right? So I kind of, this is where, before I even did GCSEs, because my mother wasn't brilliant with English, I used to have to sit there and translate the BBC news to my mum. At the time, I was like, what the fuck am I doing here? This is ridiculous. But I didn't realize it was really setting me up to kind of become this kind of expert with what's going on in the news and geopolitics and stuff. So this is it. You are really thinking from your own position, where that's not the average position of a person. They don't have the same memory.
Well, not only that, I mean, they're bombarded with like total propaganda, 100% non-stop. You know what I mean? 100%.
That's the other thing. They purposely bring in so much confusion, so much information, so many different sources, that unless you're statistically aware that this is part of kind of this overwhelming overload of information, you're going to think like, oh my god, I can't do this. I haven't got time to sit here and read this or understand this, especially if you've got a job, especially if you've got children, especially
absolutely. I mean, how can you keep up with it? And do you know one thing, Banksy, you know what you showed today, I think it was, or it's either Banksy or Manny that showed on the website, was the guy that, you know, wanted to join up to the British Legion. I mean, like, when you saw that, you could see it was like acting. Yeah. You know what I mean? And then, like, you know, I saw that you showed it was an actor. I mean, come on, you know what I mean? For fuck's sake, it's wag the dog situation. And not only that, like I said before, like, when some reporter that, you know, he was challenging somebody at the White House that was there instead of the redhead girl, and he was saying like, where's your proof, you know what I mean? And he was saying that Russia was going to do a false flag. I mean, where does that sort of...
Oh, that wasn't the redhead girl. Yeah, that was the interior, like ministry of something or other, and they were talking about
the language,
Ministry of Silly Walks.
Silly.
No, but even the language of false flag, that comes from, you know, like trying to like adopt the minds of that people that are actually going to research themselves, you know, like Alex Jones and stuff like that. You know, it's serious. But we know that most of the wars have been like perpetrated through false flags anyway. I mean, the weapons of mass destruction is
all of them.
You know what I mean?
I mean, every single one of them has been started by
everyone of them.
No, I remember that time when they...
You've got to just follow the money. That's what the trick is. If you're seeing millions of missiles being sold, well, that's the person that started the war. Do
you know what, Hassan? I used to believe that about following the money. But I honestly don't believe that money means anything, because let's face it, it's all fiat and whatever. It doesn't mean anything to the
I'll be honest with you, these people have got big bills. This is the reason why they're having to keep this shit.
No, I'm on about like sort of, you know.
And they're greedy arseholes. Then
money means
all the money in the world.
So let me give you an example. Say if you, Banksy.
No, again, I agree with Angel Moon. I don't think that you should be following the money anymore. I think that these people do it for... They don't do it for financial gain. They do it for some nefarious sort of like perversions, I think.
So imagine you've got two people. One is an open billionaire and another guy is a millionaire, but he's got pictures of, let's say, a president in compromising positions. Who do you think out of the two would have more power over that president?
Exactly. This is the thing. Most people think that money is... people are just after money. Money is just simply the means to power. It opens some doors. It gives you opportunities.
Those that are in that position are also going to be needing money, though. Those that are compromised. Sorry. I'm sorry. I thought I was talking to a panel that might have understood the concept of living at that kind of... Those with that kind of power are going to need a lot of fucking money. Chauffeurs don't come cheap. Armed guards don't come cheap.
But
private jets don't come cheap. And I get that these people are billionaires.
Hassan.
But again,
Hassan, let me give you an example. Hold on. Let me give you Hassan. Let me give you an example.
How this
Hold on.
is such a hard concept.
Hassan, let me give you an example.
But the individual is one of a million people that are involved in that link.
No, but Hassan,
that one means nothing overall.
Hassan, let me give you an example of what I mean about money leading to ultimately leading to just simply a means to open doors to power. Because there was a guy in one of these boy bands or some kind of Maroon 5 or one of these bands. He said, when I go to a Mercedes dealer now, they literally want to give me a car for free as long as I just say that I bought my Mercedes and take a photo with them from this place. So what happens is, at some point, when you elevate yourself to a certain level of fame and publicity, and not even fame and publicity, but simply power and money, is that power no longer requires money. It just requires you to be in that powerful state. People give you shit for free.
That individual, I get that bit, that it works for that individual that is linked to that massive change that requires still money. Like, I get the guy at the top, the very top of the pyramid, he's loaded, and maybe the one below him.
Yeah, but what I'm trying to say to you is that...
But those ones that are below them, they're all still rely on those two. I get it.
Let me tell you something. Only if they're giving out the right agenda. I mean, look at the cancel culture that's going on. Only if you're giving out the right agenda.
I'm think we're forgetting what we're seeing today, that we've got people that are called oligarchs. They're not rich people. They've actually got a special term for them, and now they're piss poor. Alright, so when you say to me, "Oh, they can't push you," yeah, they fucking can.
But what I'm saying to you is that if you was to look, when you look at people like Bill Gates and the richest men in the world, they may have billions of pounds here to spend on whatever. But I'm trying to say there could be someone with 100 million, 200, or a quarter of his wealth that has incriminating evidence on world leaders, and he would be more powerful in terms of that, would he not?
Of course,
it's the guys at the bottom that are going to prop the guy at the top, isn't it? Not the guy at the top that's propping the guys at the bottom, is it?
Yeah. But you said follow the money, and I'm saying the money.
No, yeah, again, sorry. Right. I'm not saying it's not the only thing, but it's a massive poignant point. Yeah. If you follow the money, there's a good chance that that's where that problem is coming from. I don't know why it's so hard to understand about.
No, it is true.
Soros, I mean, like the Black Lives Matter with Soros, and all the bloody shit that's gone off in America. You know what I mean? Like, who's funding that? And then when they're not getting funded, they go home.
And that brings me to that Tommy Robinson. Like, I get it. Oh, he's shouting for English, the English way of like. No, he's not. He's shouting out for Israeli interest, disguised as what you guys want to fucking hear. But take what Israel wants, and you will see them fucking words mirrored, word for word. We don't want Muslim girls to get raped. Don't mind. You'll get you guys raped. You don't want the Muslim. All right, I get it.
Have an interest in Israel, negate the fact that those
girls... it doesn't. Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, it does, because then we can't hold the standard where some other cunt from some other dirty fucking nasty regime wants the destruction of our society, because then we're at a standard.
That's something.
We don't bend our fucking standards
together.
No, it's not. That's that. Oh, it's okay to rape their kids just as long as it's not our kids. No, fucking no. No one's raping no kids. I don't care if it's the enemy's kid. I don't want my enemy's kids raped. I don't.
Well, nor do I. What makes you?
So when a country and a country is glamorizing their person above all else and happy to see the other side get crushed, no, I'm not happy.
Tommy Robinson
and Tommy Robinson's getting funded by these people.
Are you serious? He's been cancelled from everywhere.
Exactly.
Oh, now he has. I don't care what's happened now.
Come on, man.
I don't care what's happened now. It's what happened then. Just because it's gone shits up, that's not my problem.
problem with this
so what?
argument is that Hassan, the problem with this argument is that the argument is that Jews and Israel control the media, but Tommy Robinson is banned from the mainstream media. So that doesn't make sense.
And the medical industry.
Because Tommy Robinson and people like that are ostracized by
and yet he's still here. He's still here.
Yeah,
but anyone else do it, it won't be.
And right, so who else is going to do it?
No. See, that's another thing. That there's loads of people in this nation that have got a fucking much bigger love for the children and want to see far more better improvements than what. But unfortunately, they're not allowed to take the stand. They're not allowed to take the stand.
Hassan, here's a question for you. Would you rather somebody highlight Muslim grooming gangs, or would you rather somebody highlight nothing? I mean, at the end of the day, is he highlighting a crime or not?
Hold on. One second. When you say highlighting to what respect? That he wants the problem resolved, or that he's got ulterior motives? Because there's another issue that we need to cover when it comes to that.
Has he managed to bring in the wider masses to realize that there is large groups of 90% Muslim men organizing in gangs to
that are funded by Israeli bank, Israeli government policy, Israeli policing. So hold on. Who are we supporting? Who's he supporting? Who's supporting? No, you're not. I'm not missing it. You are. You are.
Whether he has been sponsored by anyone from Israel, fine, that could be true. The point is, what level of good is he delivering? What level of good is he delivering?
Marxist ideology, where he's advocating for the very same fucking thing.
Marxist ideology? What are you talking about, Hassan?
What is Israeli? Sorry, when you hear Lenin, Marx, Trotsky, what are these people's fundamental policies?
Communism, obviously.
So, let's just call it socialism for a cause, innit? For a cause, innit? What is that called? The Holy Land, innit?
I don't understand where it's going.
So that's all that is.
Are you saying that Trotsky and Lenin are looking to build the Holy Land in Israel?
Well, it was for the Holy Land. It was sacrificed for the Holy Land. And what the fuck did you think it was for?
Yeah, but the point is, he's still
to get land for people to go to war, to get land for someone to get the end goal. What did you fucking think it was?
So
is it socialism versus communism? What was the difference?
There has to be a to and fro. We have to be able to talk. So you
please, my apologies.
Right, so let's do a to and fro. Of course, we don't need to talk over you either. But the point is, you have to. I'm not even disputing anything that you're saying.
But you get to the point. I'll shut up.
Yeah. So the only thing that I'm trying to say, I'm not just trying to discredit anything you're saying. All I'm trying to say is, fine. He might even have.
Again, get to the point.
You just said he's gonna let him get there.
It's good. Now the Mad Turk's coming out.
So I'm not even disputing anything that you're saying. All I am saying that, in my opinion, and for me quite clearly, he's doing far more good than he's doing negative. And what I mean by that is that he has over the years done things and succeeded where you got to remember that the Sikh community, our girls were raped and abused even before the British white girls. So he has achieved even what a group of Sikh men couldn't do, which is highlighting and trying to stop gangs of Muslim men targeting non-Muslim girls. Right? And you also got to remember that this crime is exclusive. Don't ever for 1 minute think it's got anything to do with pedophilia. This is all about targeting girls before they've lost their virginity, because when a woman loses her virginity, the attachment to even a rapist is very, very high. So this is all about prostituting these girls out to the wider community to make money from them. Right?
Yeah.
So this is you got to remember, he's highlighted these crimes, brought it in the forefront of everyone's mind, and on that basis, the guy's a legend. The guy
I mean, for that one thing, no one could. I mean, it's hard to disagree. Like, you know, for that one thing, if you want to take everything else out, for that, he's done a good job.
I mean, Raj, what you've got to say, what you've got to ask ourselves, what we have to ask ourselves is, why the fuck were social services, the councils, the bloody police, why were they not doing this for 30 years?
Yeah, thank you.
Because of PC, and obviously,
why?
I personally think some of the policemen, the councillors, the MPs were probably involved, and like, you know, when they say power,
what system were they supporting?
So when I said power,
the Sharia bank.
All right. So when I said that power isn't just about money. All right. So when I said power is not just about money. This is an example, because these gangs had power over the police, the council. I think some of the police.
Who would have power over a fucking politician, bro? What newbie is gonna come to this fucking country? All right, he's gonna fucking be able to infiltrate the fucking police, all right, infiltrate government, infiltrate social services, infiltrate the fucking medical industry, infiltrate. No, you fucking must have.
No, I didn't. No. So let me explain. Let me explain what I meant before you go into a tangent. I'm saying that some of these guys, like the police, might have used these girls too. Yeah, when they're being prostituted out, and so they are now in a predicament where the gangs have them over a barrel.
But they're not. Are these policemen Muslims?
Let me finish.
These Muslim police officers that they bought from Saudi Arabia.
I didn't say almost it could be anything. So what I'm saying is that if they have them over a barrel, they have a form of power over them that's got nothing to do with money. They can blackmail them into stopping them from investigating.
To answer Hassan,
money for money.
Can I answer you, Hassan?
Please.
To answer Hassan,
I've not answered. You've not really answered nothing yet. But
I would say it was a long march through the institutions. And I would say I've been pleading on for like a long time about common purpose in our universities, in our schools, in our hospitals, in our this and our that. I mean, that's something that you need to research.
Common purpose, yeah, I know about common purpose.
Yeah, common purpose. Common purpose has influenced the mindset of why.
All right, we're going back 40 years now, where this institutional, at the best case, the worst case that was 40 years. Common purpose has been for the last 20. All right, so the 20 years prior to that is how?
Masons.
Oh, okay. So you know when I ask you like how, the reasons why, and I get this waffle, and I can hear the waffle already, and my ear shuts already. When I say to you, when these police officers were raping, and again, I'm not. Listen to me when I say that I am no way excusing the fucking disgusting, vile behavior these scumbags did. But what fucking gets my goat up is how, where, and when. Okay, now we heard from Manny that police officers were told, wait for it, to tell the parent to fuck off. This is a police officer, not in Bangladesh, not in fucking Karachi. No, here. And we've got politicians that we know we live in a nation that we're dying to fucking complain. We're fucking begging to. No one's there. We've got a medical profession that's independent. All right. Currently, I remember last was not located in fucking Baghdad or Saudi Arabia or a government that was based in any of those countries or a police force that was based in. But yet we got Muslim grooming gang. And I don't want to sound horrible. I'm just going to say this: as working in person in the fast food industry, it weren't just them. There was a lot of fucking disgusting people doing a lot of disgusting things. A lot. Gangs were doing it. Street gangs were doing it. Pimps and pros were doing it. Yes, at scales, and with different people. I don't see the fucking difference.
Okay, what's your point?
100 people raping to one raping. If you're allowing this system to happen, that's where the problem is. It's not by the person that's allowed to get away with it.
So you're blaming our system for allowing them, but there's an argument for that. That doesn't mean that Tommy Wilson shouldn't talk about the communities that are covering it up.
Well, yeah, he should know where the problem is if he's commanding that much of an audience, which is again got a narration for the destruction of this society, for the betterment of the other society.
Hassan, where is the problem then? The
problem is that your government can't even control that. Why?
Our government, or just mine and
our fucking government. The British fucking government. Why can't they? Why?
Don't say yours, ours.
Mate, what did I say?
You did say yours, yeah. But
yours, what? Ours, yours. What's the fucking difference? What's with this fucking word fucking? What's with this word splitting? You fucking? Can you just answer the point? I hate going off subject. Where can't the government? Why can't our government sort the problem out?
Meditate.
Yeah, because it's not our government that fucking dictates it, is it?
Because
we've got foreign interests that dictate that. Religion has to be taken into consideration. Last time I checked, we live in a secular fucking nation. A secular fucking nation. Why have we even got these fucking crowns fucking telling us? But yet we do.
London stand.
Bro, God bless London stand, bro. You know what? I'm gonna be fucking honest with you. God bless London stand, bro. If it weren't for that, your Uber food wouldn't get to you. Your fucking your services, people working until 2-3 o'clock in the morning, man. Fucking fuck you in your London stand, bro. Fucking thank God. I remember London in 1980, bro. It was a fucking boring ass fucking place, man. 7 o'clock and you had to go home and masturbate until fucking 6 o'clock in the next morning.
Hey, what's that on the screen? Then?
Yeah, don't tell me about London stand, bro. I fucking love London, bro. If you don't like London, fuck off.
Oh, we love London. We love London. Don't know.
What's wrong with London, bro?
But London.
1986, it was a fucking shithole back then, bro. What are you moaning about?
All right, so when you're talking about London Stan, it's obviously he's trying to say that a place where it's like Afghanistan and so like we don't want things. We want a bit of fun as well.
But Bo, again though, that if you got religions, hold on, you're just bitching that one religion is getting the upper hand. So all of them are allowed to do it. All of them are allowed to do it. So why are we bitching about it? Because it's one group that's.
So using your thought process, do you think anybody driving for Uber is getting the upper hand on anything?
I don't know if you can hear me.
There we go.
Yeah, guys, let Angel go.
The one thing about London is what you forget about the rest of the fucking country. Because, London's only a little part of the country. And yet it's fucking like, taking over the rest of, how we should behave in the rest. We don't behave like that in the north. You know what I mean? The north is
do me a favour. Please do me a favour. Stop this shit narrative. Alright? Manchester don't do what we do down in fucking London. Are you fucking shitting me?
I'm on about
fucking what stone are you living under, man? Well, Newcastle don't do this. Edinburgh don't do this. Dundee don't do this, man. Please. Like, this is the problem. Like,
Hassan, why don't you just go back and sell some kebabs, mate? Seriously.
This is really annoying.
What did you say, Manny?
Whoa! Why don't you play with a stock share? That doesn't really exist. There you go. I love kebabs, man. Fucking God bless kebabs. God bless kebabs.
All right, so
Indians can't even fucking do them properly.
Hassan, when it comes to food, no one can disagree that food is one of the best beneficial things of multicultural.
And fashion.
You may not disagree with other things, but the food is one of the
and
things.
Hygiene.
When people love things about London, is that you can go from
on
my high road.
Bro, you come down and work in a Turkish kitchen, bro. Come work in a Turkish kitchen, and I'll tell you something. You don't walk around with bro. You come work in a Turkish kitchen, and you tell me about. Oh, it's dirty. Oh, bro, man, I'll eat off the floor there, bro.
Apart from otherwise they wouldn't pass the hygiene laws and they'd be closed down.
There's some fucking grimy places, but there's grimy places in all fucking places. There's some fucking shops around here, mate. Tesco's. I wouldn't fucking buy any of the meat from that shit.
I wonder what the
you're arguing with yourself.
Blackpool, that chopped up like Charlene Downs.
Exactly.
That was like.
Let's face it, Hassan. Turkish kebabs are good, but they're not.
Yeah, they're good. Yeah.
So certain things about different cultures add to the overall part of a country. Or
but then you want to bitch about it.
There's other parts.
No, you want to bitch.
But the other parts do you believe in cultural relativism, that all cultures are basically all good? Like certain cultural practices are bad, and we don't.
Oh fuck! All right. So do you believe that you believing in that is going to change a fucking thing?
No, I'm not.
Can we get back to Ukraine?
I'm saying
Why have we let Hassan derail the whole fucking night?
Well, he's Hassan the
Oh, suck a dick, dude.
Oh, no,
Take it easy, guys. Come on.
Come on, you've been good, man. Come on, Hassan.
Okay. We got MC, guys. We got MC who's literally in Poland.
MC.
Big up MC.
Oh, he's a Polish.
Yes, he's literally on the border with Ukraine. He's taking in the refugees. What is your thoughts about
the Indian refugees? Well done. The Indian refugees. Well done.
Well, not the Indian, but mostly the Ukrainians. But MC, what's the news from the borders?
Well, it have basically surpassed 700,000 now when we talk about the number of refugees.
Wow. 700,000. Wow.
Yes.
Wow. The great replacements.
I heard there's 2 million Ukrainians there, but they're basically, I mean, I'm not saying you're the same people, but they're going to probably move back after the war. I mean,
most likely.
I bet they don't.
Yeah, they will. Why not?
From Poland to Ukraine,
I don't think they'd like to. Just a moment. If I would have a choice to live under the Russian boot and go back there, because we don't know if Ukraine will be existing, basically.
No, I'm saying if Ukraine does, in the small chance, actually win, I reckon they'll go back. If they lose, I don't think they'll go back. Obviously.
Of course. Living under the Russian boot is way worse than living on a fucking plantation in the times of Jimmy Crow.
Yeah. So if Ukraine and if some kind of diplomatic arrangement is made and Russia withdraws from Ukraine, you would expect most of these refugees to go back. Yeah,
I think they would.
But under those circumstances, but not if Russia permanently takes.
And I wouldn't expect them to. I wouldn't expect
Banksy, come on, the hypocrisy is overwhelming to me. I mean, look what's happened in Canada. You can't tell me that's not totalitarianism.
What's happening? Oh, with
the protesters, the truckers. Yeah.
Are you believing that we actually live in a free society?
Oh no, I'm not saying.
He doesn't see Hemphill. He's not going to see the truth.
Trust
he sees chemtrails, obviously.
Just a moment. We don't, but you didn't reach the level of living in the Russian society. If you're going to live there, then you can really, be concerned. You have to be concerned what is happening.
Talk to a Canadian trucker. Seriously. Come on.
Share the screen.
I know, I've seen that. It also does concern me what is happening to Canada. I mean, in Canada. But
just leave it up there for a bit.
Unfortunately, they will have to. I mean, protest. Yes, I know. It looks like
it's called chemtrails.
Yes, I know.
It's called a protest because that's exactly why their bank accounts have been even the people that have actually donated to them, the bank accounts have been frozen. They've been frozen out of life. When your bank account is gone, you can't do anything. So,
Angel Moon,
come on.
I feel a little bit strange to tell that story because I wasn't living there and I wasn't the one protesting. Those were the people from the generation of my parents, basically. But the people in Poland could be shot in the times of solidarity movement. We were threatened with Soviet intervention, like the Ukrainians have now with the Russians. And we still protest.
Do you think that Putin has any kind of
for 10 years? May I finish for fuck's sakes?
Calm down, put it on.
Go on. Don't worry. Chill. Chill, MC. Go. Relax.
Go back to freaking Ukraine. Get your head blown off.
Oh!
He's from Poland. He's not even Ukrainian. What is wrong with
him? To cross the border.
Okay. Chill, guys. Let's bring it down.
Indian refugees
we're at a 10. Okay, MC. What was it that you were trying to finish?
We don't border India.
Yeah, shut the fuck up, Raj.
We've got issues. Okay, MC, sorry. What was it? What was it that you wanted to finish? Finish what you were saying.
By the way, Raj, I hear that many Indians have a very fond, have a quite positive views of Russia. So I'm concerned about it a little bit.
I'm not pro-Indian anyway, so I'm India, man.
You look like an Indian.
Yeah. You know this guy from Poland. Can you not see like the similarities of what happened like in the Second World War? You know, when
I do.
Poland was annexed and there was the Germans there that were being persecuted by the Polish, and it's similar to what's happening in Ukraine, where the Ukrainians down in Lugansk are being persecuted by like the Ukrainian Nazi party. Can you not see the similarity to what's going on?
Here's the deal about the Russians and being persecuted. I don't believe the Russians, when they are saying that they're being persecuted, what they mean by being persecuted is that they have lost their privileged class status
you've
in
not
that country.
researched the history of it then, have you? Because thousands since like 2014 have like, you know, been died, set on fire, you know what I mean? Like, there's been all sorts going on there in that area.
Done back.
Just like it was, just like
Here's the deal. The Russians
in Poland with the Germans. You know what I mean? To me, like, it just seems like the exact same.
Angel Munya, look here. I'm not going to say there's no kind of Nazi, because there's a battalion of Nazis, but there is a Jewish president and there's been a Jewish minister. So Jew has managed to get to the top kind of echelons on power, so it can't be that Nazified to the point that, you know, if I'm not saying there's not Nazis in there, probably is. To my friendly Polish guy, I apologize. I don't want you to be shot in the head. But,
sorry, guys.
Don't say that again, others. I will say it again. But do you think that Putin has any kind of aims on Poland if Ukraine falls?
No.
Okay, let me. Wendy, guys, Wendy is just
in the long term. He does. Why he does? Because we are like opposing him very much. We don't like any of his expansionist policies, and frankly, we are the country of mutiny against him. I mean, and we are like a success story compared to the rest of the region. Economically and lifestyle wise, so we are just like look like an alternative that he have to struck down to make sure other people will not see it, because he wants his old provinces, as he thinks of those countries,
the Russian
Empire, go back to him.
But Poland's never been part of the Russian Empire, has it? I mean,
we're once a part of the Russian Empire.
He's not going to go for Poland. Poland's part of NATO, so that's out of the question. No.
But will NATO exist?
Well, look, I understand about the Ukraine and everything, but then he's not going to go for Poland. He's not that stupid. Yeah, let's not pretend he's an idiot, because he's not an idiot.
Just like, do you know what Poland spent on their military budget this year?
Just the same as like NATO's not going to help Ukraine, because they can't go into that region, because if it's an act of war if they do.
Well, no, Putin needs to be dealt with one way or another. Yeah.
Well, so do America, the way that.
But Wendy, you do understand why Putin? I'm not agreeing with what he's doing. Is what he's doing, but can you not understand why he might be very concerned about Ukraine?
For me, it's not just to do with the Ukraine. For me, it's his use of Novichok. You know, the way he just runs around the world sending KGB agents to use Novichok on people that he deems to be his enemy.
Oh, you know, propaganda.
He needs to be dealt with one way.
No. You need to understand, Angel. He's from the era of KGB. He was a KGB officer.
Yeah, no.
So he's in the era of, he still sees himself in this kind of Cold War kind of mentality that, you know.
Raj he's a part of the World Economic Forum, young leaders. For God's sake.
No, but he's still in that mindset. He said the greatest catastrophe to ever happen was the fall of the Soviet Union. When the fall of the Soviet Union happened, I know he's still stuck in that past. He doesn't. I'm not saying he wants to create the Soviet Union, but he wants to create the old Russian Empire. Yeah, he wants to recreate that.
The man needs to be dealt with.
Wendy 007, are you trying to say that you're being sent in there, Wendy?
The people that say that the man needs to be dealt with, I wonder if they said that about fucking George Bush.
Of course they did.
Actually, I did, and I said it about Tony Blair.
Yeah,
I had a lot of people say that.
Truly, I mean it about Putin. Someone needs. We have to deal with Putin.
We
can't bully the world anymore.
What about Biden and Hunter?
What about?
Can I say something?
What about?
Can I say something?
What about Biden? What about Biden and Hunter Biden's influence in Ukraine?
What about Biden?
Can I make a point? Hello. Can I make a
it's
point?
like nothing. It's like nothing to you.
Is Biden bombing the Ukraine? I don't think so.
My God.
Can I make a point?
Leaving the Kremlin alive.
Actually.
Can I make a point very quickly?
Leave the Kremlin alive. Forget the people.
Can I make a point very quickly?
Okay, guys. Manny wants to make a point.
I just want to make a point.
Let him make his cum trail all over the.
Ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate.
How dare you, Banksy, say that, man?
I just want to cast everyone's mind back when I first came onto the street, and I said that. People believe and understand and see what they want to see on a psychological perspective. So Angel Moon, I don't know if she's delivered it correctly or not, but Angel Moon has categorically said that both Putin and the opposition, Ukraine and those that back them, are members of a globalist network called the World Economic Forum. At no point has somebody stopped and said, well, what does that mean? It's like, what do you mean by that? How can both sides, both enemies, be on the same side or be part of the same network? And this is what I meant when I came on. It's like people are not thinking with rationale. They're just thinking with their emotions and their psyche, because what Angel Moon is saying, that she's actually got evidence to say that both sides of the coin is owned by the same person. It's the same coin, right? So why are we not actually interrogating Angel Moon to dare provide evidence which is from the third position, which of course means that she knows something that we don't?
Is it going to make a difference to the Ukraine?
Yes.
How?
Because if everybody understands that Ukraine is a victim of the globalist agenda, then Ukrainian people, forget Ukraine, we're not interested in the Ukrainian government, we're interested in the Ukrainian people, because we are British people, and we are people just like they are. We are manipulated, just like our so-called leaders, non-leaders actually, globalist puppets, are destroying our economy, destroying our culture, destroying our country. That's happening to them in that country. So if we shed light on the darkest parts of their country, they're going to realize, actually, it's an enemy from within. Our leaders have been corrupted. By the way, Rishi Sunak is also a member of the World Economic Forum.
This is the next step towards, like, government control. World government.
No, it's not. No, it's not. The fact is, we just got to get rid of Putin.
Can I finish?
And everything will be fine.
I finish before you butt in? And what we're facing now is like it is absolutely a Chinese-style point system. There's no doubt about it. And like, Russia is not the enemy. China's the enemy.
Russia is the enemy, and so is China. They both are.
They're in bed together, basically.
China America's a massive
Russia being the enemy or not being the enemy.
And the West, the whole of the West is an enemy to us.
China
much more in common with the Chinese people than Europeans. You know why? Here's the deal.
Guys, let MC have a moment. Let him have a minute, guys. Please let MC have a minute.
The deal. Russians have more in common with the Chinese than with us. You know why? Because such a thing like regard for human life, human rights, individual rights, freedoms in general, and individualism, those things are absent in the psyche of an average Russian.
And so it is
through history, authoritarianism, totalitarianism, and other things like that were widely accepted in Russia, and they are like people that they have got used to it, to that kind of a form of the government that they have. Also, the lack of the rule of the law, not to mention the wild corruption in that country. Holy shit! Have you ever seen the standard there?
No, Putin doesn't care about international law whatsoever.
Like every other Russian leader.
Yeah,
like America loves international law.
Well, we're not interested. We're not talking about America, are we?
What is Britain? Britain loves international law.
Here's the deal.
You go and live in Russia, Angel Moon. Spend a year in Russia, Angel Moon.
Live in Russia.
Then come back and tell us.
You're just so naive the way you talk.
Yeah. Then come back and tell us how great it is to live in Russia.
Yes, and just a moment. America, as bad as the country is, they are this pretend that they care about the international law. Russians, if they have nothing to fear and can force their way, like literally forced, they will not even pretend.
But what's worse? Someone, MC, what is worse? Somebody pretending. What's worse? Someone pretending to be moral, or somebody that knows they're immoral and is open about it. I kind of want to see the immoral side of a person.
Yeah, but life is very cheap in Russia, Raj.
Okay, Raj, here's the deal. An average Russian, when you point to him out the flaws of his country, will be exceeding in whataboutism. What about this? What about that? What about this atrocity? Or my favorite, when I have talked about the atrocities that they have committed in the Katyn massacre, for example, when I have the exchange. You know what was the excuse? But we killed so many people of our own too. We have we put them. We have murdered so many of even our own family members. Why do you are complaining? That's basically their mentality.
I'll be honest, I've talked to very little Russians, and the Russians I've met are very big and scary, so I don't really engage in conversations.
MC. Sorry, I had a request from Victoria West. She's saying that. Is it true that Ukraine cut off the water to certain parts that were Russian?
No, that's false.
Pro-Russian?
It's false.
Sorry, is that MC? Oh no, that's
no, it's money. It's false.
In that case, that is someone that I didn't ask the question of. MC. I repeat the question to MC. Is it true that Ukraine cut off water to some parts of the Russian supporting Ukraine?
To be honest, that's news to me, but I have to look it up. To be honest,
you can only ask questions on chemtrails. That's it.
Well,
Jim, why don't you ask the person? Why don't you ask the person?
I'm asking the person that was asked the question of, which is what Victoria West said.
But Victoria West
ask
the
Poland chap?
Really understand that?
It's a conspiracy, Manny. It's a conspiracy. I agree with you.
Oh, Manny knows better than
Manny knows everything. Manny's right.
knows all. Manny is all knowing. Let us all bow to the greatness of Manny.
Guys, I'm going.
Question everything, but don't question Manny.
Well, I want to hear what Angel Room was going to say earlier. I want to know about this World Economic Forum and the two sides being on the same side.
Okay, let's go.
To be honest, I find that.
Well, actually, this is Eunice, guys.
Hello, Eunice.
Hi.
Go on, Eunice. Give us your mind, mate. You've been silent for a while.
Yeah, to be fair, I don't believe in those conspiracy theories and all that. But in regards to the whole microchip thing, I was joking about.
I bet you're double vaxxed, don't you?
But no, I'm actually.
Eunice have his moment.
I only had one injection.
I've had 2 injections, not all in the arm. Some of them, I mean, I don't know. The doctor said it had to be rectal. This one had to be the suppository.
Eunice,
I don't know why.
Eunice, have you ever had chemtrails on you?
Yeah. What do you feel about chemtrails all over your face?
Basically,
that's mad, man.
Referring to when you had sex with Banksy and Raj.
I'm sorry. I am now moved on from two white Russians to now a Havana club. Shit is gonna get fucking ugly now because I am so drunk. I'm either gonna A, pass out or B. Things have got messy now, people. And I'm still alone in my fucking place.
Raj, I've got a picture of you drinking in the pub with me, so watch it.
Oh, that was the coke.
Yeah, of course it was.
Yeah, it was. No, we're not talking about the stuff you went up your nose. We're talking about the stuff you were drinking.
When I drank that coke, it freaking killed my teeth because it had so much sugar in it, man.
Raj, come on, tell the truth. You drink sometimes because you were drinking with me.
No. I'll be honest with you. If I drank, I would say it, man. People used to love me when I was drinking.
I can't keep this lie up anymore. anymore. We've been out drinking together.
Oh yes,
That's right.
It's
over, Raj. You can't keep up the facade, Raj.
Yeah, I'm right now swinging back the Versace. Was it what's that? The drink, the Versace, or whatever it's called.
What? Wasabi.
See, this is how little I know about alcohol now. What's that famous?
What are you talking about? Japanese rice wine?
Yeah, Japanese rice wine. That's
sake.
Not sake. No.
It is. It's just called sake.
Sake.
I'll be honest with you, I was a fun drunk though, man. People used to really like me.
Good. Why don't we do that more often?
And everything.
Raj, I'll give you 50p for all your drawings right now.
No. I'll give you 1p for you to burn them.
I won't change.
Yeah, he wants change.
I actually quite like this image I just found on Speakers Corner online. It says Pfizer clinical trials document, which is the elephant in the room, and then the war in Ukraine.
Don't tell Wendy that she's quadruple boosted.
Oh, is it?
I am double. No. Actually, Jupiter only took the one jab.
That's when looking at art. That's a great artwork.
Wendy actually has shares in Pfizer.
I told you to keep that a secret.
Wendy, did you hear? Do you know why I haven't taken the jab? Because Manny said if I take it, he's gonna deport me.
No, he said he would never. Literally, he said he would never call you again.
Yeah.
Now, if that is not coercion, I don't know what it is.
Where's the injection? I was about to go out just to stop it from
Can you prove that? Do you have any evidence? Can you prove
that? Let's just say the other day you didn't deny it. So when I said it,
I'm so pleased that you have told me something about Canada and Russia. Are people imprisoned in Canada for calling Trudeau a dickhead?
Sorry, someone's microphone and headset or speakers are like looping like crazy. MC,
I hope it's not mine.
Do you have headsets on?
I thought yours, Angel.
No.
That's probably why it's looping.
Can I just say that Raj Speaker's Corner? I'm so pleased you didn't.
Yeah, I mean, look, can
I just say though, Raj, before you start?
I would like to ask a question.
At first, I thought that maybe you did. You were
also about Canada.
Thinking, oh my God! Please, Raj.
MC, 1 second. MC,
hold on. MC, yeah. Let Angel Moon go.
I don't get many praising around there.
Yeah, I want to praise Raj. I always praise Raj because you're my favorite YouTuber.
Someone clip that, please.
But when you first I was thinking, oh my God. Raj has done it. You know what I mean?
I haven't
really so bad if he had.
No, the problem is this.
I'm so pleased.
Yeah, the reason look here, things like masks and stuff. I've got no issue with standing, but the thing is, when I've been told from I don't know how long ago, I found out that 5 years of clinical trials for medicine for a reason, and now they're telling me I can take a drug after 6 months. I'm not doing it. I'm not good at it.
How dare you, Raj? How dare you disobey?
Yeah, I'm not doing it. Yeah, and so I take a test every couple of weeks just to check because I got my mum here, and I'm so probably negative. And I had
mandatory anyway.
I had
coronavirus. Not mandatory, is it?
Well,
it feels
is
like
if you have a particular kind of job. Depending on your job, it can be mandatory because you lose your job otherwise.
And some people make you feel like you've committed murder if you don't take it. Some people make you feel like you're
I don't talk to dead people.
I've always looked at it as a personal choice.
It's not really a choice if you lose your job over it.
Manny, is it true that when you walk around, you think you're in the sixth sense? I see dead people when you got the vaccine. So Manny, is it true?
I have the vaccine. I'm double jabbed.
But remember, ask me for the evidence. Don't just accuse me. Ask me for the evidence. Don't be a libtard all your life.
Okay, man. Where's the evidence?
I don't think you should pump yourself.
You're a conspiracy theorist, Manny.
Yeah, Manny is. He's a conspiracy theorist.
You and Raj are both comment,
No, Manny is.
Manny knows he is.
You're a homophobe. Oh my God! You know what I mean?
I'm everything. I'm a white nationalist.
Yeah, but some of his conspiracies turn out to be true.
So even a conspiracy theorist can be right.
I'm a conspiracy.
Yeah, but
can I answer
see,
that? Let me
turns out to be
respond.
true.
Let me respond. I'm a white nationalist. I'm a white racist. I'm an Islamophobe. I'm a conspiracy theorist. All those things I am
you're
from different people. Let me finish.
Yeah.
You've been talking. I'm all those things that each group want to. It's okay. I'm happy to be all those as long as you ask me for evidence so I can provide you with the information I have. You can call me everything you want. I'll even take you out for dinner. And I know, Wendy, you want to go out to dinner.
Yeah, I know.
I want to go out for fucking dinner. I need dinner.
Nancy, I've taken you out for
And
dinner.
me.
And you're a shit date. I'll take you out as well, Jim. No worries.
You only bought me a Whopper.
And that's more than you deserved.
Yes. Know your place.
Manny does fit the kind of like criteria of a conspiracy theorist in my point. I don't think
Oh my God.
I'm called conspiracy theorist by people that X, Y, Z. I said I'm not. I'm quite rational. Like some people, like certain people. I don't know. Maybe Manny isn't. I haven't heard enough of his shows because I don't listen to them. No offense, Manny.
You need to stop the label.
I need to start listening to your shows more and finding out for definite. So I'll hold judgment for now.
Why is it okay to stop the labels for, you're a racist, you're a homophobe, you're a transphobe, you're a this phobe, you're a that phobe, and yet
you are Russophobe.
Yeah, Russo.
That's all these low-level people can do is put labels on you. That's all they do.
Why can't we just have our own opinions anymore?
Thank you, Angel Moon. Legend.
What the fuck's going on
whatever,
here?
Manny. You know you're a conspiracy theorist, Manny.
I'm all those things, I'm all those things, Wendy, and I love you too.
I do love you, Manny.
It's all things for all
you
men.
are a little conspiracy
It's all things for
theorist.
all men.
Yeah.
That's what he is.
I'm merely a vessel of information.
Yeah,
I mean, the thing is,
Manny,
all these phones.
From now on, when somebody is going to call you a conspiracy theorist, then reply just like you have said. No, I'm just a vessel of information.
Yeah, that's a good answer, isn't it?
Annoy the hell out of those people. Do it.
All these phobes and this that we've created due to the cancel.
I am all kind of a phobe.
They're the ones that I want to listen to. You know what I mean?
Hey, MC, do you agree with the West banning Russia today? Because I think it's outrageous.
No, I don't. Frankly, people should have the right to listen to that channel, even if by comparison to the media in the West that are like garbage. It is like eating straight from the dumpster when you talk about Russia today.
Exactly.
But let people eat from the dumpster if they want to.
Do you agree that people should be sent into Ukraine if they're not Ukrainians to fight for a war?
No.
If they want to, but only if they want to. If they don't, they shouldn't be.
No.
Well,
If they want
you've
to
got
go,
mercenaries
What's
already
Wendy's
there.
answer for that?
You've got mercenaries already there, so what's the big deal?
But then that's going to open a Pandora's box of,
deal?
When there's a war in the Middle East, and when there's a war in the Middle East, and then people want to join the Middle Eastern wars.
No, we've got to do whatever to deal with Putin.
I know, but it's going to cause. It's going
God bless
to
Putin.
already. It's causing. It's showing a lot. It's already showing a lot of. It's already showing a lot of hypocrisy. They're calling Putin.
Hypocrisy.
They're showing Putin to be some kind of like a guy against free speech, but he's shutting down free speech. But the West is doing the same with free speech. They're telling people that you're a criminal for going for another country and fighting, but they're telling people you can go there now. Like you've got to have a standard. A standard line.
You know what, Raj? I'm ashamed of that Tusk.
Yes, Raj, and I'm also concerned, and I'm also frustrated with it because, frankly, I have no leverage. I have no moral high ground anymore, and to speak to the Russians, to talk down to them, I cannot do it anymore. To be honest, not anymore.
Who did you say, Angel Moon? Who are you ashamed of?
I'm ashamed of I don't know her first name, but she's called Tusk. The one that was on some sort of fucking news thing in BBC or whatever, ITV, actually saying that British people can actually go and, be literally mercenaries.
Yeah, I agree with you.
I think that is disgusting.
The problem is now they've said that,
critical.
Wendy don't go. Wendy thinks it's
now they've said that. Now, when the next war happens,
more youth dying, Wendy.
Calm down, Hassan, man.
Fucking
So
war,
what's going to happen now is that, say in 10 years' time, there's a war in the Middle East. if Muslims and suddenly go, we're going to fight this, we've got no leg to stand on now.
Can I?
It's all right though. Young people are dying.
Can I speak to
Can I
Hassan?
ask MC a question?
You are an idiot, Hassan.
Can I speak to Hassan for a second?
Lesbian.
You was in Poland, weren't you? You said that you're in Poland near the border or something.
Yeah, he's in Poland.
Okay, so what about these stories to do with people of colour not being allowed over the border? Is that true?
Oh, is that true? You know, I am not standing in the at the border, so it could be. I'm not denying this information, but I'm not confirming it. But if that's the truth, then those border guards should be fucking fired. To be honest,
I mean, you understand why MC why they do
I can say something about that because you know my friend Kevin, that was on, you know.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
He was living in Ukraine for the last 5 years with a Ukrainian wife. And he's done a thing on the Irish Times talking about that, and it's not. I don't think it's true because, like, you know, he was talking about you could actually even people from Ukraine that had, you know, because they said that you can't go out unless you know from up to 60-year-old you can't go out, the men, and he actually said that on his. The bus that he was getting out into Poland, that he could, you know, this guy with a teenager, they took the guy off. They took the guy off that was younger and in this older, sorry, and he bribed them, and they let him back on the bus and let him go. And also, I asked them about like the is it true about that they won't let, like, you know, black people in there, and he said, well, as far as I can see, that's not the truth.
Well, the thing is, though, if you're a citizen of the country,
can I make a point, please? Sorry, just in regards to the previous point about what Jupiter said about racism, but it's not coming from Poland, apparently. In fact, from all the evidence I've seen, the Polish government have welcomed refugees, especially from the Indian subcontinent, as well as, well, I'm not sure about the African continent, but I have seen video evidence that the Polish government, or certainly the organizers, have welcomed the Indians from Ukraine there. So
anybody without a Ukraine passport was allowed to go through. Like,
that's right. But the issues have been from the Russian soldiers. Apparently, this is only one evidence, and this is on Speaker's Corner online, where Russian soldiers have apparently kidnapped or abducted Indian girls and possibly shot Indian
and raped them. Yeah.
The Romanian. I haven't finished
behavior, by the way.
Haven't finished.
So Russian.
1 minute. Let me make an important point. This is important.
Guys, let Manny finish and then go ahead.
So also the Romanian soldiers on that border have been abusive towards the non-Ukrainian people leaving. So basically Indians and also Africans. Pakistanis have an easy way out because they are full-out allies of Russia, where Indians very neutral. They're not backing either side. So it's been the Russian soldiers, there's been the Romanian soldiers, and the Ukrainian soldiers. However, the evidence that I'm speaking about is an Indian girl, which I've played during the daytime stream, and at the end of the video, she cries for the Indian government to send in the soldiers. And Hassan brought this to my attention: bring in the soldiers to Ukraine and to fight for one side for the other. And that made it a bit dubious. Like, why would your end conclusion be that the Indian government would need to send soldiers and kind of take a side? So the Polish people, from what I can see, have been the fairest from all the borders.
Yeah, I mean, look, when it comes to anyone that's a citizen of the Ukraine, if you're a citizen, then you're gonna have to fight as a man. Yeah. If you're a student, you should be allowed out. Now, when it comes to right, so let me finish.
No,
you can say now the reason why there's 18,000 Indian students, because in India, Manny, I looked at the cost. It costs £9,000 to do a degree 1 year for a medical degree, just yearly. Now in Ukraine, it's 4,000. So that's why they've sent so many. Most of those people are going to a Ukrainian medical degrees that are coming out there, and so it's half a quarter of the cost. And so I personally think they should be allowed out because they're not Ukrainians; they're just studying.
They should have gone to study in Scotland, shouldn't they?
No, it's expensive. Even here, it's when you look at that £4,000.
So let's get this right. So we send students to really shit places and then just hope they don't need rescuing according to your financial logic, yeah, Raj?
No. I don't look at
it. And then we won't have fucking war.
Right, so first of all, I didn't even know there was any Indians in Ukraine. If I knew, I would have said, "Why are you there for?" Because it's on a knife edge. Now,
because they're an Indian, innit?
Oh, damn, an Indian. The point
I'm an Indian. I can't help it. I didn't know there's going to be a fucking war going on.
It's not that they didn't know. It's that they probably weighed up and said, "Okay, we're going to save around 80% on the cost," and they thought risk it, thinking that it won't happen. Yeah, that's probably the way they thought. And
everything, Raj, everything about this situation is going to,
speaking
hurt
of
the West far more than it's going to hurt Russia. Far more. Let's face it, like the oil that's going through. Come on, we've got to be realistic here. When Biden got in office, the first thing he did was, cut the oil, the Keystone, oil shit.
That was from Canada.
Yes, and make you fall down the stairs for that.
Yeah, that's the first thing he did. So these people are a part of this globalist plan of you can't tell me, and you can't tell yourself, if you're honest, that Biden is not doing everything he can to destroy America.
Okay, guys, I know this
weird, isn't it?
Yeah, hold on.
Imagine a president having its own country's best interest. It tells you that that's not the president of that country. He's the president of some other country.
Yeah, you should look at the economic world. The World Economic Forum. But one thing, guys,
who's that
I'm planning to wrap this up because it's coming up to 11 o'clock, and I'll be honest, I have drank way more than I should.
Come on, Banksy.
And
I'm only just started my second bottle of Chardonnay.
Go for another half an hour,
Banksy,
I'll be honest.
We have to do it. We have to do it. If you like, if you have to drink, then we're going to drink together on one stream. And we will see who's going to last longer, okay?
No, you will probably I'll be dead before the end of the stream, dude. I'm an old man and I have low tolerance now.
Lovely.
And I am a middle-aged man. Okay, I'm a Slav. Okay, you are at a disadvantage. Okay, I get it.
Dude, you're a fucking Polish Slav. You're gonna fucking kill me with alcohol. I'll be I'll be like having my stomach pumped whilst you're on your second fucking bottle. So I'm not gonna compete on that level. But what I want to do
then you have to get Pavlov here for the competition.
Exactly.
Was Pavlov Polish? I've forgotten what.
No, he's Ukrainian. He's Ukrainian.
Oh, he's Ukrainian. Oh, shit.
Yeah. That's why I want to. I've already spoken to Pavlov. He said he'd come down to Speaker's Corner. Unfortunately, last Sunday I couldn't. I might try to make it this Sunday.
Why is he not going back to fight?
Going to I don't know.
No, we need to get Pavlov back. Let's start petitioning.
He's leaving it up to the actors.
No, he needs to go, man. He needs to go, Pavlov. If you're listening, you better get back there.
Yeah, that's the point that I wanted to get. So you think that people need to die for this war as well, do you, Raj?
Not really. I'm kind of trolling if Pavlov wants to stay. But look, if your country's been invaded, then look, the men of that
by
land,
whom? By
whoever you believe to be
no, by whom?
Okay, guys,
it's Russia invading into Ukraine.
Let me intervene here. I want everyone to have 1 minute per person, starting with Angel Moon, and I'm gonna go down to Angel Moon, Hassan, Jupes. That's my order. 1 minute of wrap up your thoughts, whatever final thoughts you have, and then I'm gonna finish because I am literally drunk enough to have the hiccups. That's how fucked up I am. So, go Angel Moon, 1 minute.
Well,
okay.
The truth is, don't believe everything you see and only half of what you hear. That's what they say, isn't it? You know what I mean? So this propaganda that's going on towards Russia, you know, if you put it in context of the place of what they did, you know, like with weapons of mass destruction. You know, it's such hypocrisy that's going on in the world now. So just keep alert, people. Yeah. And thank you, Banksy.
Thank you,
Good
Angel.
night. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, Hassan, 1 minute, sir. Go.
Okay, thanks very much. First and
Not 1 minute
foremost.
Turkish time.
Hold on.
Shut up, Raj.
Go, Has. You still have a
Anyway,
minute.
yeah, thanks very much for the time, and of course, big it up and share and all the rest of it. Just a few little points. Just remember those that advocate for war, they're the ones that are never going to sacrifice their young, only to be happy to see yours go and die for their fucking disgusting causes.
Yeah.
And remember that you don't need a bad enemy. They could both be bad in regards to that, or both be good. So bear that in mind. Don't go for war. It's only profits a few people, and fuck the apartheid state of Israel. Go fuck yourself, Brandy.
Okay. I've got Jupiter
Not as
next.
bad as I was expecting.
Jupiter, go.
Okay, so I think that we need to keep our eyes and ears open. I do think there's a bigger agenda. I do think the propaganda is very confusing, and it's going to be hard to muddle through the shit. But that's what we've got to do. Also, thank you, Banksy. I think this has been a brilliant stream. And Angel Moon, it's been good to be able to talk on the same panel as you.
Thank you.
Angel Moon.
Okay, Manny, it's your go. Go for it.
All right. Okay. Well, it's very simple when it comes to war, and I'm going to ally with my new friend Angel Moon. So just imagine me and Raj are on the same stage fighting the same fight, which is against grooming gangs, right? And then all of a sudden me and Raj become enemies, and we are fighting for a plot of land, which let's say is Land X. You would say, wait a minute, these guys are possibly friends and colleagues, and might be kind of conspiratorial behind the curtain.
10 seconds.
And this is what we need to remember, that the World Economic Forum has already confirmed Putin and the Western world leaders are working for them. You're being duped. Wake up.
Okay, thank you, MC.
Thank you, Manny, that you have actually noticed that Russia is actually also a part of the globalist agenda, and they want their own globalism. That's one thing, just a little bit different from the Western one, but it's still globalism. Anyway, I'm glad that about this week, because it's shown that Russia is once again not as powerful as it seems to be, because they have forgotten about one thing that they have always forget about. There was one beautiful word in English that we call logistic, probably not developed in the Russian language, when we've seen that they have to steal stuff from the shops, ask the civilians for the fuel to their tanks. Oh no. They are so demoralized that even if Ukraine may fall, and I don't wish Ukraine to fall, because the Ukrainian victory in that war would be very beneficial for me, to be honest, because the Russians would be like demoralized, deterred, and contained for years to come, and I would have peace and quiet in that region, like for the rest of my life, maybe even.
Thank you, MC. Go ahead, Roger.
Yeah, I mean, if the West is going to propagate that they're a secular democracy that believes in freedom of speech, then they need to show by example. And when you're restricting, like, Russia Today, and which I don't agree with, but I want to listen to what they're saying. Just because they've banned it, I'm going to listen to it more, just so that I can get a fair view of what's going on. What I'll say to people is, like, keep an open mind. Like, don't believe everything you see, but don't question things for no reason. Once you've been given the facts and you know this to be true or not true, don't keep on going chemtrails, chemtrails. Yeah, and we'll have that conversation.
Give Filler a blowjob.
We'll bring it. Hold on,
guys. This is Roger's time.
Only one advice.
Guys. This is Roger's time. Hold.
So the point is, that when it comes to questioning things, it's great. but don't question and when you got the answer, and don't cry when you're told that your way of thinking may not be the same as what I'm thinking. Just accept it.
Well done.
Okay, thank you. And last but certainly not least is Wendy Wu. Go ahead, Wendy. Your final thoughts.
Hassan, go suck a dick. Hassan.
Okay. That's a fair comeback. But go ahead, Wendy. Your time is up.
Yes.
Your time is
okay. I'm not a warmonger. I don't believe in war at all. I just think Putin should be dealt with, right? Which, could be one of his generals. I may want to give him some Novichok or something, and then we can get rid of him.
You sound like a Russian.
Hold on.
I don't care. I don't care. He needs to be dealt with. I don't like any of the Baltic countries, and I don't want to see any of our soldiers be sent into the Ukraine or any other country. It's not our war, so we should stay out of it. But I want Putin dealt with. So Hassan, again, you're wrong, aren't you?
Suck a dick.
Yeah, you suck a dick as well.
Fuck's sake, guys. Okay,
let them.
okay, guys.
A good little comeback. So
that's fine. That's fine. We'll let that one. We'll let that one slide. We'll let that one slide.
If you would like to listen to Russia Today, just one thing. If you want to listen to Russia Today, download Tor browser or something else to make sure you can go around it and get that. And I'm sorry to say, but you may have to learn Russian to because they may shut down their English speaking sites and they will be not allowed to.
I see. Okay, that makes
sense. And before we go, we'd like to thank the sponsors, Camel Toe, Wendy. Much appreciated.
For fuck's sake.
Behave yourself.
Okay, I'm jumping off. Okay, guys, I'm out. I'm getting out of that show. Those guys can run that. They can carry on arguing as much as they like. But I'm out because that's just too much. Okay, guys and girls, thank you so much for joining us tonight. I'm gonna wrap up the show with a few other things. We've still got the Wheel of Cunt that we need to wrap up. Just I don't know if I ever showed you guys this, but yeah, this channel is not available in your country. Every time you think you live in a free country, just remember that. Now, I'm not saying that because I'm pro-Russian or anything else, but I am pro-principles. And just like when oh my God, what's his name? The leader of South Africa. Shit. I forgot his fucking name. The guy who ran South Africa, who was in jail for many years. Oh shit! Someone help! I am so drunk. I'm so drunk. Okay, let me gather my brain for 10 seconds. Mandela, Nelson Mandela, exactly. Thank you, guys. When Nelson Mandela says, a leader that gives up his principles in order to please the people he is in line with or is trying to please at the time is no leader. A man who gives up his principles just to please the narrative at the time is no leader and is not someone that can lead a nation. And if Western democracies give up their principles of freedom and freedom of speech this quickly, I'll be honest, you have to start to question, do they really believe in freedom? And are they really the free nations that they claim to be? I don't think they are. I think we lost those nations that were truly free a long time ago. And I think we have to get them back. I honestly do. I think that these so-called free nations, they're as so-called free nations as Saddam Hussein's Iraq or Muammar Gaddafi's Afghanistan or Vladimir Putin's Russia. They are nothing of the sort. If your freedom to view what you wish and see the information that you want is taken away from you so quickly and so frivolously. Thank goodness that the internet doesn't rely on Google and YouTube and Facebook to get the truth. Calm down, Banksy. No, Sam, I'm sorry, I can't calm down on this. I think these principles matter. You should stand on your principles no matter what. No matter even if it hurts you. Because those principles matter. People died for these freedoms, and we are so careless with them. We are so frivolous with them. And I think that is a disgrace upon us all. Those who truly believe in real freedom. Yeah, but you're saying no country is 100% free. But why is it that the United States, the people of United States and Canada can watch RT, but we can't? Is that really? I mean, I'm not saying 100% freedom, but we're not talking about 100% freedom. We're talking about the principles of freedom of speech to the extent of at least the Canadians. And we know what Canadians think about freedom to protest. We have less freedoms than the Canadians? How is that a thing? Should we not at least question that? Yeah, I know we come from, I know Iran is it, but Iran, I accept Iran in its frame. I accept it within its parameters of a dictatorship, as a theocratic dictatorship. I at least know what I'm dealing with when it comes to Iran. Ayatollah Khomeini never claimed Iran is a free speech zone. But I do expect that of the West. I expect that of Britain. I expect that of Ireland, Switzerland, Germany, Latvia, Sweden. I expect them to be free. And when they're not, then are we any better than the Ayatollahs of the Iran? This is this is why I'm more critical of these countries than I am of Iran. Iran is a dictatorship. We know it's a dictatorship. We don't question it. We're not under any illusions. All I'm saying, Sam, is don't piss on my head and tell me it's raining. At the very minimum, I am offended by the fact that you think I'm that stupid. At the minimum, when you claim to be free nations and you behave like this, then you are at the minimum level, you're pissing on my head and you think I don't know that. That's what pisses me off the most. I'm actually upset of the fact that they think I'm that stupid and naive to think that European countries are truly free nations. That is the only thing that I'm pissed about. Tell me I'm in a dictatorship, and then I will line my life and I will make strategies accordingly. But lie to me and tell me you're in a free nation when we're not, then you're fucking with me. At least be upset about that. You and I both live in this nation. We both live in Britain. You should at least be pissed at the fact that they're fucking liars, bold-faced to your face, telling you you're living in a free nation when you're nothing of the sort. So be honest with me. If I'm in a dictatorship, tell me I'm in a dictatorship and I will deal with you accordingly. But bullshit me about living in a free society and then do bullshit maneuvers like this, then I know where you stand. Don't blame me when I tell the world or whoever is listening that they are fucking liars and you don't live in a free society in Europe. You live in a controlled society in Europe, no more heinous than the Iranians and the Russians and the North Koreans. They just control you in different ways. No, that's the thing, Sam. I'm not glad that Press TV was banned. I'm not. As much as I despise Press TV, they deserve to be there in their place. And to be honest, I can get Press TV anyway if I really sort it out. I just don't get it off YouTube and regular media. Anyway, I'm not going to get caught up in this quagmire, but you know what I mean. It's the principle. You either stand for something or you fall for everything. That's the point. You have to at least draw your line in the sand and say, this is where I make my stand, and I will not budge an inch. And I see the West, and I see things like the Magna Carta and the glorious history of Britain and its freedoms to its people sadly come up wanting, and that's a sad thing, man. That makes me feel really bad. That is fucking disappointing to see that all of that years, all those men who went out and died in the Second World War and the First World War and all the Cromwell wars, their legacy is pissed upon. Doesn't that even remotely upset a hot-blooded Englishman? I'm not talking about you and I. You and I are foreigners. We don't belong to this land. We belong to the land to the east. But a hot-blooded Englishman should be pissed that they are shitting all over their heritage. Because they fought for this and they died for this. Their forefathers certainly did. My forefathers didn't fight for this country. But theirs did. Shouldn't they at least be pissed about this? I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe I'm just too emotional, talking too much shit. But there's a couple of things I wanna roll over before I go to the wheel of cunt. And let's be honest, we all know what the wheel of cunt is. Number one, yep, this one, yeah, Russian Times. I think we should stand on principle, and we should be. This is for my Iranian brethren, and only the Iranians will understand and get this. So I'm sorry for those ladies and gentlemen. I'm sorry for those of you who are not Iranian, but only Iranians will truly get this. So this is to my Iranian brethren.
Gentlemen, I present to you Kun Kelly, the portable butt washer you can take with you everywhere. This is the #1 Kun washing technology. Just fill up any bottle with the water and put the Kun Kelly right on the top. It is ready to use and clean your booty. That is right, Fatane. Take it with you anywhere. It fits right in your back pocket. It fits on any plastic bottle, water, Coca-Cola, Dr. Felfel, and even Duke. Call right now and get a Kun Kelly for only $9.95. But wait, call in the next 30 seconds and get a second Kun Kelly for free. Ladies and gentlemen.
Okay, I'm sorry, guys. This was a bit of an Iranian thing. I don't think most other people would really get this. Only Iranians would get this. Anyway, okay, I'm gonna go to the wheel of cunt. 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 Yeah, we're going straight to the wheel of cunt, people. I'm gonna end this because I'm about to pass out. Thank you, Wendy, for the compliment. Anyway, here we go. Yeah, and let's be honest, the straight up nominee for the wheel of cunt right now is this fucking piece of shit, Bill Gates. He's most definitely worthy of the wheel of cunt. But if anyone else wants a second wheel of cunt to roll tonight with a second person, put it in the text now while I run the wheel of cunt. And if I spot another name, I'll put them up as the next wheel of cunt. But for now, Bill Gates is on the wheel of cunt. Let's roll that bitch. And we have one cunt. But as everyone knows, with the wheel of cunt, it's always best out of 3. So we are going to roll it 2 more times. Okay, we have two cunts. I mean, it's solidified that the wheel of cunt has spoken, that Bill Gates is definitely a cunt, but since we're going to always do 2 out of 3, we will give him one more roll. And there you go, ladies and gentlemen. There you go. Bill Gates, most definitely a cunt. The wheel of cunt has spoken. Since I don't see anyone else with any other any other suggestions for the wheel of cunt, we're going to leave it at that. Thank you, everyone. I'm gonna switch over from the wheel of cunt. We're done with the wheel of cunt. Here we are. Okay, guys and girls, thank you everyone for coming. Thank you everyone on the panel. We got Hassan, Jupiter, Manicinda, Raj, Rajanata, Wendy Wu, Angel Moon, Eunice. I can't remember anyone else. I'm sorry if I missed your name if you were on the panel, but I think I covered everyone. Thank you everyone for coming. Thank you everyone in the chat. I'll be honest, there's way too many names on the chat for me to remember, so I'm just going to simply say thank you for everyone who actually came. Yeah, have yourselves a wonderful evening, wonderful weekend. I am very drunk and I'm about to pass out, so I'm mostly gonna where is it? Here we go. I've got a song. I'm just picking out my final outro. Thank you everyone for coming. As always, go to my Speakers Corner, speakerscorner.online account if you want to see some of that stuff, or go to Speakers Corner News, which is also another great channel on there. It is the only at the moment free speech platform that I can trust to upload videos of controversial issues. The chances of, short of you, I think porn is where they draw the line, because I've pushed the envelope a few times with that, and also, obviously child abuse and Nazi sort of stuff. If you're a bit too much, I think the bottom line, the rule is, when it comes to speakers online, try not to be too much of a cunt. If you're a cunt, they'll most likely delete your video or photo or whatever it is that you put up. If you're not a cunt, then you'll be all right. Just try to be genuinely honest with the things that you post, and be reasonable. But it is the only true free speech area that I know. So thank you on under False Shepherd, under Sam M, Manny Cinder, of course. I think I said Manny Cinder was on the panel anyway, so big up Manny. Victoria West, Sam, Under the Glass Moon, etc., etc. Everyone that showed up, everyone that commented, you guys are awesome. Thank you so much for listening to me and my guests. And yeah, go to Speakers Corner Online. I'll be honest, it's the only place that I trust at the moment when it comes to free speech. As you can see, we don't have free speech in this country, so you have to get your information from places other than your mainstream internet media or mainstream media. They're gonna lie to you. Be individual, be open-minded, and figure out the truth for yourself. Ultimately, you are the master of your own mind. It is the only place that you truly have total control. Everywhere else in the world, someone somewhere is trying to push you and control you. So be free, have your own ideas, have your own mind, and yeah, good luck. Peace. Thank you guys. I'm going to try to finish the night off with a little song from Fem Belling.
Saying all the things that I know you'll like, making good conversation. I gotta handle you just right. If you know what I mean, I took you to an intimate restaurant, then to a suggestive movie. There's nothing left to talk about unless it's horizontally. Let's get physical, physical. I wanna get physical. Let me hear your body talk, your body talk. Let me hear your body talk. I've been patient, I've been good. Try to keep my hands on the table. It's getting hard, just holding back. If you know what I mean, I'm sure you'll understand my point of view. We know each other mentally. You gotta know that you're bringing out the animal in me. Let's get physical, physical. I wanna get physical. Let's get into physical. Let me hear your body talk, your body talk. Let me hear your body talk. Let's get animal. I wanna get animal. Let's get into animal. Let me hear your body talk, your body talk.